go live real quick, man. What is up, Greg? It is. That's what Bree was just getting
Oh
on
my
me. She's like,
God.
what is this title? What is this
What
title?
is this title?
I mean,
It's all
am
right.
I lying?
Yeah, you actually are. It's
I
literally
mean,
the definition of lying.
I don't know.
Because when did this video come out? It not me in year what? Yeah,
I
definitely learned
mean,
from this person. This is who I learned it from.
you're learning now and you're relearning. You're
I'm
relearning.
relearning about
You're
marriage from a
relearning.
pimp on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God. I might as well just go be with Priscilla. Let me go over there.
I mean,
Anyway, no, it was hilarious.
now let me find that video too.
The title was crazy. This was like, you know how sometimes like the algorithm just rewards certain like crazy stuff. It's just like, have they been posting that long? Like I swear, I was just on YouTube. I watched the John video you sent or whatever about the husband whining about connection. We know he's lying. He doesn't care. And then literally this was like under like on my thing. This came up under the video, which to me is crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, this is literally relevant to what this guy was talking about. So that I just thought it was funny. The AI got jokes.
Yeah, the algorithm definitely got jokes, but now I gotta find it though.
Oh Lord, maybe I could find it and drop it. Let me see. I feel like it'll just come up in my algorithm.
There, yeah, I found it.
Okay. Oh, I watched the bird video, Peyton. It was hilarious. Oh yeah, I was watching a bird video. Oh. I don't know if his sound went away.
That's the one Yella sent. No, that's the wrong one.
Oh, let me find it. Hold on.
She got a lot of videos. Yeah, he went.
That's why I was like, why did it just pop up?
I found it.
Okay. What happens when somebody?
It's the only one I watched.
Yeah. YouTube said they be lying. What happened?
She does all her videos in this like burlap sack.
Oh man, my algo has been feeding me some 20-year-old girl fixing up an old truck and slinging her OnlyFans. Oh, okay.
Ooh, there was one hot girl fixing stuff that I used to see every now and then, but it's annoying after a minute. She had a dad that helps with the truck. That's always the way. Like there was a video gamer that used to sit there holding the stick, but it was her boyfriend playing.
Oh, really?
Yep.
How pathetic.
Yeah, she blew up, man. I don't know what genre YouTube that is. Yeah, thirst trappers.
Yeah, thirst trapping, pretty much. So. And you know what? I still haven't actually watched. I started it. I haven't actually gotten through this video.
Okay.
I heard maybe like the first half before the ads, and then like they did like an ad in the middle, I think, and then
I'm gonna tell you to drop something that you.
I said it.
Planning. I mean, you said you hadn't, but it's been like a week now.
No, that was literally like 2 days ago. Don't be dramatic.
It feels like a week.
And then I turned it on while I was cooking, and I think I ended up getting like I got to the part where they did the ads. I think I was listening to it, and then I got to the middle, and then I just haven't had a chance to pick it back up.
Yeah, okay. We'll clear that out today. Thirst trapping fixing 90s truck is wild, but kind of genius. Absolutely. Anything that women do that shows that they have an expertise and are willing to get their hands dirty and stuff, it's so hot. But a lot of times they're faking. Which,
the old performance.
Yeah, it's all a trap, man. It's all a game.
It's all a trap.
It's sad.
The existential question of are we people or are we performers?
Right.
It feels like life is very performance based and not very just like chill, be normal. So I don't know. Did you change my name? I'm so sick of you. Whatever.
Why are you sick of me? What did I do?
I like the name. I'm gonna keep it for my stream later.
Yeah, you a Brie IMP. Let's go, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. We doing it IWTV watch. We gonna try to knock an episode out this evening.
Ooh,
Because
okay.
we got to get through all of season 2 before June 7th.
Ooh, so you got 17. Let me see, 24 days.
Yeah, we ain't got a lot. I know, because we were just streaming every Sunday, so it was like we doubled up last week. Yeah, we didn't do this Sunday, so now we got to do one today and then 2 on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
What time y'all going tonight?
After 6 at some point.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, to fill y'all in, what we're going to look at is this scary lady pimp.
Scary lady pimp.
Who I put pimp in quotation marks. So when you hear her talk, there's no way she's a pimp. She
maybe an escort.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
She was never a pimp or even a madam. Like there's just no chance.
In my head, I'm thinking it was an escort.
Mm-hmm.
As this is my automatic. I know what the title say. In my head, I'm like automatically. Definitely a woman, probably an escort.
Yeah. How men react when you don't try to fix a connection. It I hope not. Great.
I think it's supposed to be like what's the V character?
Yeah, the anonymous, the Guy Fawkes mask, like the anonymous was wearing those masks. I feel like she's copying.
It's supposed to be like an A9. I mean, as far as like algorithm, it's smart to say a pimp, knowing that you clearly are a lady and you're not hiding it. Because if you wanted to hide that you were a lady, you would cover your neck. But very genius.
The lady face mask.
Right, very genius way to get into the algo. So
that's what I was thinking. I was like, that's pure algorithm pull, and it worked.
Yeah, it did. It definitely worked.
It helped Bree.
It helped me. Yes. Yes, it did. Absolutely.
Oh shoot! Now, Jesus didn't work. Therapy didn't work. It took pimping. It took pimping.
We have a lot of tools at our disposal.
Absolutely.
So everybody needs therapy. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure. Just imagine this is the last thing before you get paid. Get your will. That would be horrible.
Some man probably into it.
Somebody probably is into it. I gotta get rid of this. Ain't no strings on me.
The moment you stop trying to fix the connection, something ancient wakes up in you.
Your face is cracking me up.
The voice immediately is so awkward. And it just makes you think of this. That voice.
Oh, bend over.
With that ridiculous mask.
Give me the money. Put your hands on the drawer. It's hot.
No. And I wonder why she has the little tape on the bridge of the nose.
Yeah.
I'm so curious. Really it's such a curious thing.
This is a strange experience.
It is. She's gonna make you feel something you don't want to feel. Absolutely. That's what this entire video is. Bree shared it to make me feel something I did not want to feel.
That was just repaying the favor. I don't know why you posted that video. No, it used to piss me off.
I actually thought it was a positive video. I thought I shared a positive one. Her house broke. I was like, that husband's not that bad. Let me share this. He was straight. He was like, he sounded like a bitch ass. I was like, God damn.
I hate him. I'm sorry.
Man, it was hilarious.
I'm in that moment in life where like Anakin slide into the dark side. And they be like, hey, Anakin, you might need to chill a little bit.
Yeah. The mask probably broke from dude trying to fight back. That's messed up. That is messed up. Y'all wrong.
Stay with me, because this is the point where men either reveal competence or confess weakness without saying a word. Men like to believe they are independent creatures, self-directed, unbothered. That's the mythology. The reality is far less flattering. Most men operate comfortably only when the emotional machinery is being quietly maintained by someone else. Usually a woman, when she smooths over tension, when she clarifies misunderstandings, when she names feelings he refuses to touch, when she keeps the bridge standing while he casually walks across it. So when you stop fixing the connection, he feels the absence immediately.
Who built the bridge? A woman ain't built a bridge yet in the entire history of humanity. Talking about
emotional bridge. Stick with the imagery. We're on the emotional Golden Gate Bridge.
It just
and we gonna jump off by the time we finish.
we're gonna jump off. Like, okay, so women are doing all of the heavy lifting of emotion.
I
So
didn't think they said all of it, did they? They
most
said
of it.
most of it.
Most of it. Yeah.
Immediately, not as loss, as exposure. Men are accustomed to women acting as emotional infrastructure. They don't notice it while it's there. The same way no one notices electricity until the lights go out.
Now, I will say that's true. There
Yeah.
is a world of emotional complexity that men don't feel a need to cognitively tap into or
Mhm.
to acknowledge or to move around in. What I will also say is it's not necessary to. Like there's two worlds. Like there's the world of complexity and then there's the world of simplicity. They're both running at the exact same time. You can be in either one and it'll work. Like I can come and say, hey, hope you're having a good day. Do you want to go play hoops? Super simple. But then on the complex level, you may be like, well, somebody thought of me. They invited me into their world and they accepted me. There's a whole lot of complexity you can add to something, and you could look at it the simple way or the complex way, and they're both happening concurrently. Like they're both happening.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the thing. You
I
can
agree.
overindulge into the complexity and a nuance of emotion, or you could also not and still get the same thing accomplished.
Yeah, like you don't have to know how it works. And that's kind
Yeah,
of like what I hear. Like I don't hear that as necessarily like they're inferior because they don't. I kind of just hear it as like they just
that's the
don't.
way it
Like they
is.
don't need to.
Yeah.
So they don't. You know what I mean? So I
Mhm.
kind of agree with the first set of statements. I don't
Yeah.
necessarily think that necessarily points to an inferiority. I just
Yeah.
think it's a
A
difference.
difference, not a deficiency.
Yeah.
See?
Hmm.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, Greg. And that's true. I mean, there's utility there, and I think sometimes that expectation for equal equal investment is sometimes a little unfair, given the tools that each group has.
But the second you stop repairing, translating, softening, initiating, explaining, something flickers. Conversations stall, silence grows teeth, and suddenly he's standing alone with a problem he assumed would always be handled for him. This is not about romance. This is about labor. Men react.
And see, that's one of the things that it's going to come up repeatedly, but I hate this. And Deloney talks about this too. Even so, if you stop doing something in a relationship, you're withdrawing. Like she's not going to say this.
Oh yeah, this
You're
is
withdrawing.
definitely about withdrawing because you're not doing the thing that you have the role of typically doing. You're withholding.
Yeah, you're withholding. It's
Yeah.
like let's frame it properly. You are removing something from the relationship that was present before. So expecting the person to not respond to it and say they're going to respond, it's going to be a flicker, it's going to be a... Why wouldn't it? It's like if like you said, if all of a sudden the power was out in the house, you're going to notice the electric's off when you flip the switch.
You're like,
Like
why the fuck are the lights off?
yeah, so of course, why people are going to notice and they're going to have reactions to a difference in the state of the relationship. So I'm
It's
like that doesn't.
interesting
Yeah. So I mean, so why do you say that's interesting?
because I heard a thing about the silence. So my hearing it was like they ain't gonna necessarily respond
Oh, well, they may
in
not.
that
They may or may not.
silence. Yeah,
Yeah,
and in that silence, that's
they may or may not respond, but like you said, they're going to notice. The
yeah,
people are going to notice when things change, even if they don't say anything. They're
yeah.
going to notice it. So it's like it gets framed like it's an assumed thing to withdraw, and that's absolutely not a normal thing to do to withdraw something that's present in the navigation of the relationship. Like
Right.
if I stop talking to you suddenly, they call it stonewalling. It's abusive. It's
Mhm.
manipulative. You're just pulling
It's
something
definitely
back that was
manipulative.
present. Yeah, so it's like
Right.
let's acknowledge that part too. And she never does, which shout out to
I
the pimp.
mean, the math gave me. I'm gonna teach you manipulation tactics. So
I mean that's fair. I mean you start the
this
video
is how we
lying.
manipulate the
Your voice
situation.
is lying. Your face is
Right.
lying. Yeah, it's all
Let
about
me tell
lying.
you how to manipulate the situation.
Manipulation.
No,
Do I
I
even
don't
think
think.
they're subtle when they're passive aggressive? Some of them do.
Yeah, but no, I
Some of them
also think that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna listen more, but to me, I'm just like I'm listening to this, but once again, I didn't hear the second half yet. But I'm
do.
listening
Yeah,
to this as like you've been doing the same thing and it don't work.
yeah. Mhm.
Don't do that. expecting him to come do the connection thing with you, and it's not really something he even maintains or sees on a day-to-day basis, is like stupid. Like do something different. But we'll see. We'll see how it evolves.
Let's go. Terribly.
Badly to unpaid labor going on strike. When you don't try to fix the connection, the first thing he feels is confusion. Not sadness, not longing, confusion. Because the rules have changed without a meeting. He's used to distance triggering.
Now, the rules have changed without a meeting. If somebody changed the way your household operated without consulting you, it would be a problem. It would just be a problem.
That is the problem. You're not communicating here. This is like, don't communicate.
Yes.
Don't say nothing. Yeah. Let me send this to this man wife. Hold the line. Don't say nothing. You said enough. He don't care. Do this.
See. Hateful.
Pursuit from you. He's used to tension being followed by a conversation. He's used to your discomfort motivating your action. When none of that happens, his brain starts scrambling for explanations that protect his ego. She's busy. She's moody. She's playing games. Anything except the...
Okay. One way to frame it is protect his ego. The other way to frame it is, I assume there's no malicious intent here. I assume the best. Right. I assume that she's not doing this to hurt me. Grace. It's probably something that she's going through. It could be that time in the month. It could be a lot from work. That, to frame that, it's protecting my ego. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, we could just call it Delulu Kool-Aid or like Grace or, you know.
It could be any number of things. It could be any, it could be Delulu. It could be Grace. It could be a lot. It could be ego protection. It could be any number of those things. But to automatically assign it, we're off on a bad foot. We're like 1 minute and 42 seconds in here. We're already just off on a terrible
truth, which is far more destabilizing. She noticed the imbalance and stepped out of her assigned role. Men don't panic when women leave. They panic when women stop managing. The second reaction is irritation, a low-grade simmering irritation. He feels inconvenienced. Something is off, and now he has to think. He has to feel. He has to decide whether to engage or detach. That cognitive load annoys him, especially if he benefited from...
It would annoy anybody. If somebody just didn't do the task that they've been doing for the past however many months or years, and it's just undone, it would annoy anybody. Hell. Are you going to load the dishwasher? Or you're not going to do that now?
Nope.
That's going to be annoying to anybody, male, female. It doesn't matter. Like if
I'm still agreeing. Like, I do agree. They're going to be annoyed. Yeah.
People self-indulgent anger is addictive. It is. Yeah. It feels good. It's cathartic.
Your previous effort without acknowledging it. This is where simps reveal themselves. The men who expect endless emotional maintenance in exchange for crumbs of attention.
Endless emotional maintenance in exchange for crumbs of attention. What simp expects endless emotional maintenance?
I would remove that being a simp thing. I would just say that's a man thing.
Okay. Yeah, because
I don't understand how simp is related to that in the context.
They'll get nothing and love it.
Yeah. Right, exactly. They gonna get the crumbs for endless. It's actually the opposite. So I don't agree with simp.
And maybe that was a misspeak. Maybe she meant to flip it. So maybe I'll give her the grace. And there's me giving grace to protect my ego.
Yeah, of course. We ego protectors over here.
Girl.
But do agree. Yeah. I don't think it's the same thing, but yes.
Yeah. If she probably meant to invert that, but she's a woman.
These men don't miss you when you stop fixing the connection. They miss the service. Men who have never built emotional bridges themselves do not know how to repair one when it collapses.
Did you not get with this guy? I believe he built that emotional bridge. I'm
gonna take that L. I'm gonna say as us, we do a lot of bridge building alone, under the guise that it's a co-build. It's like, I oversaw the project. I was, at that one meeting, but if the bridge breaks, I don't have the pieces. I can give you the schematics.
I feel like that. I think when we talk about romance, I think the initial emotional bridge that gets built is all on the dude.
I think if he performs the actions that speak to romance, like peacocking, we will build the whole fucking bridge ourselves and think that he's doing it. He's just performing.
Got you.
We'll build the bridge.
Here's my semantical argument against that. The actual bridge, the guy's building. There's a bridge that only exists in your head.
Yeah, the emotional one.
It's super amazing. Now it's not even the emotional one, because it's not even based on reality. Like the real emotions are the real scaffolding, the things that actually exist.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Got you. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking. The emotional bridge is the one that we only see in.
Well, see, that's a problem. Bridge. That's why I want to. That's why, yeah. But the reason I'm trying to delineate is because if you're the only person that can walk on it, it's not really a bridge. If he can't walk on that same thing, it's not a bridge. If it doesn't go from both sides, it's not a bridge. So the thing that's in your head is maybe like a castle at the end of the bridge, and it's really high. It's really amazing. It's ornate. It's made of glass. It's like Elsa's tower, but it's amazing. And it's on the edge of the bridge, so maybe you confuse it for the bridge because it sits at the edge of the bridge, but you're the only one in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's,
I mean, the outcome is still the same.
Yeah, the outcome is the same.
That's why I don't disagree. For whatever reason, he wasn't a part of building this bridge, whether it's because it's Delulu, because it only existed in your mind, because he didn't agree to it. Right. For whatever reason, he ain't got the tools to rebuild whatever this bridge is. And so therefore, I don't disagree with you. That's why I'm saying I said that's the L on our part, because
it is.
A lot of time the bridge is just simply based off our perception of what's going on.
Right. And that's all I'm saying. Like, as far as the metaphor goes, a bridge is something that both people can cross. So, and I'm just saying for your benefit, Brie, I'm just saying, like, a bridge is something. So for the mass person saying that women build a bridge, if nobody can cross it but the woman, it's not a bridge.
Yeah.
So,
and that's why ultimately too, I think this whole speech is for the woman, because I think it's supposed to be breaking the reality of you've created this imaginary bridge that he ain't never said he was gonna cross, or he doesn't cross. He never crosses it, actually. And if you stop doing all the things, you'll see that this isn't y'all's bridge. Like, you're just doing this by yourself.
Say it for my autistic.
So that's what I do kind of feel like this is getting at. Like, it is about men, but not necessarily.
The audience is definitely not men.
Yeah, what men need to change is about like, is this bridge you made even something he trying to be a part of? Right. Stop doing it and then see what happens.
Yeah. No, there. I think there is a utility under here, but the framing is, the framing of this is dishonest. The framing of this is dishonest. Like, and deceptive makes sense when you're wearing a mask and a voice changer.
And like very off-putting.
Yeah, it's off-putting, but like this is ego protection. Like, this is saying, instead of this is like the lack of accountability. This is victim framing. This man is not doing his part. He didn't do this, as opposed to saying, I overextended, and now I want to preserve some of my energy, so I'm going to dial it back, and I'm not going to have an adult communication. I'm not going to offer an explanation. I'm not going to bargain. I'm not going to negotiate. I'm just going to withdraw like a child. I'm going to drop on the floor, and I'm stopping everything that I normally do without explanation or conversation. Like, all of this is negative behavior. This is all antisocial, anti-relationship. It's really, it's just 2 minutes, 30 seconds into this thing. This is terrible. Ooh, man. It sounds like she is lecturing a man before she lets him out the cage. She's Hannibal Lecter. Like, she's...
They just stand there and complain about the weather. When you don't try to fix the connection, you also remove his favorite trait about the not know how to repair the service. Men who have never built emotional bridges themselves do not know how to repair one when it collapses. They just stand there and complain about the weather.
I have decided she is not American.
Okay.
The metaphors don't quite sound American to me.
I got you. I
don't know where she's from, but I just feel like she's not American.
The bridge collapses. He doesn't try to repair it.
He just talks about the weather.
Which, now also, the standing ideology is that men won't listen to the feelings. They'll just try to fix the problem. But now she's saying, He won't try to fix the problem. He'll just stand there and complain about the weather.
Well, about this imaginary bridge that only exists in our Delulu land, he probably ain't gonna do nothing about it. But once again, that's because the bridge only exists in your imagination. That's why he's standing there talking about the weather and not the bridge, because he never saw it.
And I guarantee you, like, this is why the problem lacks like dualism. Him standing there talking about the weather is him thinking he's trying to connect with you through conversation because y'all like to chatter about nothing. Like, I guarantee you, he's thinking that's part of. Let me connect. Let's talk about
nothing.
He don't even
see the bridge gone.
Because he doesn't. Yeah, he never, like you said, it's an imaginary bridge. What's that?
It's an imaginary bridge.
It's like a leather hoodie raincoat. It's like yep. It's something.
It's something.
Strangely, that's the only thing I like on this video. It's the pleather hoodie raincoat.
The nose job
the pleather poncho.
Me. I don't know.
Something. Everything else is. Yeah.
When you don't try to fix the connection, you also remove his favorite escape route, plausible deniability. As long as you keep reaching, he can tell himself everything is fine, that the bond.
I mean, that's fair too, because a lot of people do hide behind plausible deniability. That is a custom order from the bondage.
Having experienced this, I would say, not with this necessarily with this spin, but I do find this to generally be kind of true so far.
Yeah.
That if you do a little, like, it's almost like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's like a leak. Like, some people smell it earlier, like a gas leak. Some people would smell it earlier. Some people, it takes a certain amount before they smell. And that's why I feel like that is kind of true to some degree. Because if he's not paying attention to it anyway, even if you do it at a low level, it's probably at the threshold where he's like, I don't notice. Like you said, with the power. Like, until it go off, everybody just assuming the big bill getting paid.
Yeah. Or maybe it's a blackout, or it's a flicker, it's a brownout, or something. Yeah.
Yeah, a flicker or two might not signal to them anything, or you know. So I don't know. I do feel like it's kind of true, but I don't really know how to articulate why.
No, I would actually say this is the same issue I have with Princella. The place where this conversation starts is absolutely true. There is a breakdown in the dynamic between two people. That's absolutely true, and they can correctly point to signs that there is an issue in the dynamic, like the power being out, or he's not communicating, or she stops communicating. Absolutely obvious indicators that there's an issue. What happens is, where are we saying the problem, like root cause analysis? Where does the problem start? This is where everything she says there is failing. Like, that's the actual analytical part of this. It's cooked.
Yeah, the ascribing why to the other party that is not even for, I also feel like it's unnecessary, because you could simply just say the problem is your delusion and your perception of what is happening, like, ultimately, which is what it is. But to ascribe intent to the other party who we already don't really, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's the bigger issue.
Yeah. So ascribing the problem incorrectly, and then you're also never taking any accountability. So all the agency is gone. Nothing is my fault. There's nothing for me to do. And all of my behavior that I'm saying I'm going to stop doing in service to the relationship, which was present, and I'm not communicating it, all that's fine. That's not adult. That's not mature behavior. That's very childish. I'm just going to stop doing this thing. I'm going to take my ball and go home. I'm going to take my ball and go home. I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm just going to storm off. That's not mature. That's not adult. So like everything she's espousing is terrible. And it's only been 3 minutes.
And exists, that the distance is temporary. Your effort acts as proof of relevance. Silence removes the alibi. Now he has to ask himself an uncomfortable question. Is this connection strong enough to survive without her constant intervention? Most men.
And that's real. Like I said, that's real. The person is going to have to ask themselves some questions. If something changes in the relationship, you're going to have to ask, am I willing to live through this, or will this even survive, or are they going to stick around? Those are real questions.
I also feel like that's the question for the person removing it. That's what they supposed to be observing. Like, I'm actually okay with that. Like, if you feel like you talking, then working. Stop doing all the maintenance and see what happens. That's the question you should be asking yourself, though. Like, if I don't do all the work, what's happening? I don't feel like you can't guarantee the other party gonna think about that. They may not think about it at all. You can think about it though. If you're deciding to do this.
if it's a bridge they never crossed, they may not need the main. If they're not going to drive over a pothole on this bridge if that's a bridge they never crossed. Right. So you like stop maintaining. I'm done patching this pothole. I don't drive that way anyway.
Right. Like you said, they're gonna be on the other side talking about the weather, which means they don't care about the bridge.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I've never tested this. They assumed the answer was yes. Men react to this realization in predictable ways. Some men escalate suddenly. They text more. They initiate plans. They attempt depth they
They try to repair the bridge. Oh, I thought you said they don't do that. I thought you said they don't try to fix the bridge.
Restart. They'll go back to step one. Dates, flowers. Text, how you doing in the morning? Let's go back to step one.
Yeah, I mean, that's all they knew to do. They didn't.
That's all they ever did, and that's the thing. That's like, I don't disagree with it, but it's like that's probably all they ever did.
Yeah. Yep.
And then you just did all the rest of it.
And that because they built the actual bridge. They built an actual bridge, and that's where the actual baseline is. What they were willing to collaborate on. Right. Everything that they didn't collaborate on, that's a different structure. Mm-hmm. I get crumbs of attention. He tries to give me more attention. She's one of the bad.
But I will say, I think the nuance here is I think this comes down to performance, and I don't necessarily think it's gendered. I think some people only have performance, and they got their tricks and they got their performance, and if they run out of that and it don't work, they ain't got shit else. The problem is a lot of people don't know people are performing and think that there's depth beyond the performance. Yeah. And I think this is how you get this, like, oh, I want to see more, but they like, I ain't got no more, bitch. I'm about to go back to the same stuff I did. Mm-hmm. And if that don't work, I got nothing.
Yeah.
And then that's what I mean. So I do still agree with the method to figuring out, like, stop doing the most. You'll see what everybody else doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you'll see actually what you'll do, like you said, you'll get to see the real structure.
Yeah, what's really happening.
Yeah, what's really happening under the hood. Like, because I think the opposite side of what you're saying is this other person couldn't see beyond their own performance to what was really happening.
Mm-hmm. Their own
so it's like, okay, too. Yeah, you step off the stage and then you can see what the actual performance is like. Like, go sit in the audience for a minute. Just watch. Just take a look. Take a seat. Watch what happens.
Obviously avoided. This is not emotional awakening. This is damage control. The structure started cracking and now they're shoring it up before it collapses.
Okay, so they got some tools. They got some duct tape at least.
Yeah, like her nose.
They got some duct tape. Put some duct tape on this bitch. Shaking a little bit.
Oh man, she sat there and was pressing on it like it was her real nose.
Others withdraw further. They disappear, not because they don't care, but because they lack the skill or courage to engage without being led. These men relied on you to carry the relational momentum. When you stop, inertia takes over. Women often misread this withdrawal as confirmation that the connection was fake. Sometimes that's true. Other times it's confirmation that the man was passive, not malicious.
Now, I like that. That was fair. That was a fair assessment.
That was fair. That was a fair take.
Don't assign something. There's a quote like, don't assign something to evil or malevolence that can be attributed to ignorance or incompetence or something like that. There's some quote like that.
Or like Orna with her colors. Like when she was like, you're coloring it a certain way. Like I think the lady's husband said something. She's like, you're coloring it a certain way.
People definitely assume negative intent. And sometimes it's just no intent.
No intent, no tools.
Yeah.
You don't know how to do it?
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I'm just hands off. Maybe I won't break it further.
Still not your problem. The key is this. When you don't try to fix the connection, you stop disguising the truth. Men react most intensely not to loss, but to responsibility. Loss can be blamed on fate. Responsibility demands action. There is a specific discomfort men feel when they realize the emotional burden has shifted onto them.
Like, this is where
The loss in responsibility.
This is where gender stupidity comes into play, because this entire conversation is what she just ascribed to me. You're not responding to loss. You're responding to you being responsible for this bridge. Like, so everybody has this response.
Right. This isn't gendered.
Yeah. Anybody that loses something, you can't control loss. But if you feel like somebody's making you responsible for something that you didn't ask for or want, everybody responds negatively to that. Nobody likes being volunteered for things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you signed me up for
a especially if it's not your job. If you don't feel like it's your job, you definitely don't want to be volunteered.
Yeah, not your job. Even if you do feel it's your job, you don't want anybody else giving it to you.
Right.
Like, even if it's your job, if somebody else comes and can't, like, you're at work and somebody hands you a stack of papers, it might be your job, but the way they hand it to you, like, don't get that to me.
Yeah.
But I'm supposed to get this to you. Oh no, let me go get it from the mailroom. Don't come drop that on my desk. But there's that feeling.
Yeah. But feeling responsible for something does cover a lot of the annoyance of the everyday annoyance of it. Yeah, the duty. Yeah. Like, once you're responsible, you can look past a lot of the annoying stuff and you will still get it done.
Yeah, feeling responsible will help you push through the duty, but you don't want anybody else to assign the responsibility to you. That's where I don't know anybody that enjoys or even typically accepts well somebody else assigning them responsibility, even if it's theirs. Like, oh, what are you doing? This is your kid. Take care of him. Like, even if it's their kid, it's when the grandparent tells them, take your kid. Like, no, they over here with you. It's just something about being told your responsibility. People don't respond well to it. It might be a lot of anti-authoritarianism.
Yeah, I was gonna say I definitely know people who don't like have a tough relationship with authority respond that way. I typically, if I'm responsible for it, even when I'm annoyed, I'm just like, whatever, I am responsible. Yeah. Which is, for me, that's why I don't take responsibility. Now, I do get annoyed when people try to make me feel responsible for things that I'm not responsible for.
Okay.
Now we gonna fight.
Yeah.
Don't try to shame me and feel responsible for it. Right.
That's real too.
Now you getting cussed out.
But I've seen so many people in all sectors of society where you can remind somebody what their responsibility is. Like, I've even done it with customer service people. Like I'm on the phone with customer service people. I'm like, your job is to blah, blah, blah. But they don't respond well to it. They never like, oh, you're right. That is my job. Exactly. Even if it's their responsibility, people don't like being told or reminded of their responsibility. Yeah. They don't like being
expected to do it well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen very few people respond well, even if it's like I'm very cut and dry. I'm not being like demanding. It's just like, listen, put the fries in the bag. like you're going to Wendy's. Put the fries in the bag.
Or how to do their responsibility. They don't want to be told how to do it, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. All of those.
Don't tell me how to parent my kid. It's your job to parent. Don't tell me how to parent. So it's like.
So yeah, reminding people of responsibility. I don't think anybody takes that well, so it's not a gender thing. But there's just so many, everything in here just like, oh God.
It feels unnatural, heavy, slightly humiliating, because somewhere along the way, they internalize the idea that women handle that part. This is why men will sometimes accuse women of being cold when they stop fixing.
Jason Wilson.
I mean, that's true.
And when I'm listening to this, also, I will say, with the man I'm inserting into this is the Jason Wilsons.
Got you.
The Jason Wilson archetype, like the very like, oh, I'm a man. Men don't.
Yeah. This. Very rigid form of masculinity.
Very rigid form of masculinity. I think this could actually apply to quite well, but I don't. For the more nuanced or I don't know, male who's not as stuck in those rigid ways, I don't think this applies.
Yeah, she just said something else goofy.
To them, it feels unnatural, heavy, slightly humiliating. Because somewhere along the way, they internalize the idea that women handle that part.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't goofy. I was gonna say it's true. I know way too many men who feel like certain things are the woman's duty, but it's also reinforced by the person in this relationship. Like the person, like who she's speaking for, you've done the thing. So why wouldn't they assume it's your thing if you've always done it? You're just stopping doing it, like without conversation. Yeah. So they're not out of bounds for thinking it's your thing because it's been your thing.
Yeah. I mean, men with rigid frames of masculinity can often be friends with other men. I don't think they have any issue with friendships. It's just how men and women relate that they may have these
Yeah.
very rigid things about.
Yeah. It is, and see, I'll say, and I don't know if Greg was alluding to this, but what I'm inferring is the second half of this. Men are able to be friends with each other, but the women aren't. So if your way of doing things is superior, why is it that men can maintain longer friendships with less expectation on them than yours hyper involved, backstabbery, underhanded, catty, gossipy friendship? It's there's a weirdness to there. Like, yes, you're overextending into their lives, but that overextension comes with a lot of judgment and manipulation. So it's like,
Yeah. I think male friendships and with female friendships are just different as well, especially if you have those rigid gender roles. I think the women I see that are just really traditional in that way too, they have some good friendships. They have some bad ones. I don't know if I would necessarily say women are friends. I mean, you know what I mean? So once again, I'm always looking at this stuff. You would have to have a very rigid gender frame to just buy all of this anyway. So I don't know.
no, I get you.
I think men who have friendships in a very specific way will look at women and say they don't have friendships. But then I think women, when we have friendships our way, look at y'all and say y'all don't really have friendships either. So
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't think it
because
makes
we express friendship different. We
yeah, like
express
how do
friendship
you their friend and you don't know this and you don't know that?
Yeah.
And y'all would say how are you they friends and y'all falling out and this and so I don't necessarily
Exactly.
think because the other party perceives that it's not happening. That is true.
That's fair. No, that's a fair assessment. But at some point, though, and see, that's part of like the gender culture thing. That's a problem with. There has to be a definition for something, because that's also why men and women can't get along. Because, well, this is what men. This is what it means
Yeah.
what men says, and this is what it means what women says. Well, what's the
That
actual
very
mean?
rigid thing.
What's the actual mean? Because one of us is closer to what an actual friend is.
I think you
Or
can
maybe
find
we're
it in
both
a more
halfway.
gender neutral. Yeah, when you're in a more gender neutral space, I think that's closer to the truth of what friendship is. But once again, I think those people that have those very rigid things are neither one of them are necessarily truth. And they also can't relate to each other because they're so binary. You know what I mean? Like you're so binary, you can't relate, and neither one of you are actually right because you're binary.
Okay. I can rock with that.
This is why men will sometimes accuse women of being cold when they stop fixing.
Yeah. If you stop fixing, which is typically warmth and care,
Ice queen.
if you withdraw your warmth and you withdraw your care, it's going to be cold. It's
cold out.
Yeah. But if men are not capable of emotional connections, her claim, why are they down for their friends? Yeah, because they don't understand that type of connection.
Yeah, I think it's different. It's like lost in translation.
Yeah. Because the way earlier what I was thinking about when she was talking about the bridge concept, I was like, men build bridges. If women have bridges, they're toll bridges. So what is not happening? Say men can have these bridges and we'll have the connections. But what they're saying without actually finishing the sentence is men don't want to pay the toll to cross the bridge, which is why the friendships work different. Men just have the emotional connection where this is you're free to come and go. You're free to come and go, free access. And the woman said, "What? But you didn't pay the toll," which is what she's saying. I'm going to stop offering you access to the bridge unless you pay the toll here. You quit paying. You can't cross unless there's a toll paid.
You don't get no rolls.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a toll part. There's a cost part that men don't put on their friendship. Like if you can disappear for 3 years, and we can still hang out the next time.
Right. And I don't necessarily think that what I'm taking from here, I'm just hearing it. Obviously, we hear from our different ways. It's like, I don't think they're saying they're not capable of emotional connections, period. I think that there is some problem, block, lost in translation issue when you go across genders or how they feel like that's supposed to look romantically versus platonically. I do think that there is just some kind of difference that causes issues. I've seen it too across the board to say that I can't figure out why. I can't say why, but I know this is a very real thing. She'll say emotional. He's like, I don't know what that is. What does that mean? We are emotionally connected. And she's like, I don't feel it. And he has no idea what she's talking about.
Right.
Not necessarily because she right and he wrong, but I mean, he just don't know what he don't know what she's talking about.
Yes, and that's exactly it. And that's what I'm saying. The toll is. That's what I'm saying. There's a cost because what they're saying is, I'm not getting the benefit I expected to get from this relationship. I didn't get the toll paid, so I'm cutting off access to the bridge. I'm going to quit maintaining the bridge. So I think that's the expectation, and men, we don't have that same expectation.
He ain't crossing it. Blow this shit up.
Like we've seen so many of the men. Like if the man commits to the relationship, he'll endure almost anything. Like the 24-year seconds marriage, you can still have access to the bridge. I'll still maintain the bridge. It's just please use the bridge. Just please use the bridge. You know,
nah, player. We taking the long way around these days.
And see, women are like that. You got to pay the toll. You cross, but you got to pay the toll. Which they code under reciprocity. Like I'm maintaining the bridge. You have to pay. You have to give me the materials to fill the potholes, and so. And I get it. There's some reality to that, but there are two different levels of expectations of what maintain and build are. Mm-hmm. Men do the least, women do the most, and we got to negotiate that divide.
Right. So this is like stop doing the most, which is why I like that part that said you might stop doing the most and he ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
That's not because it's not real. You don't care. It's not malicious. It's just you do the most, you do the least. Yeah. He ain't gonna have nothing.
It doesn't cost him as much to access his emotional connection, but his emotional connection also will not pay your toll. You won't feel like you're fulfilled or you're getting the proper payment because his emotional connection is just a lesser charge. Like it won't power your device.
He got that old power block.
Yeah.
You got a USB-C. You got to have a special block.
And his emotional connection is just what's going to make it where he'll always pull up for you. Like in a certain circumstance, whatever the circumstance is. Like when you're in need,
because that's when you do start to get a feel for what that means for them. When you ask for, you can be very specific about what it means, and they're like, "I can't do that."
Right.
You're like, "Okay, so what will you do?"
Yeah.
I'll be around every day.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Presents.
That is not the same. Yeah, I'm not saying it's like, but that's where you start to get a feel for what the same language different means completely.
Yeah.
Because emotionally, it takes something for them to be present. It takes a certain emotional. And I'm not denying it, but that ain't what she mean when she say it. So that's when you have those, when you start to have conflict. That's when you start to get a feel of like what each thing means to each party.
Yeah. I think people aren't naturally aware that different things cost different people different amounts. So like presence for me is not going to cost us. Like Greg may have a total different value on presence. And it may suck the life out of me to be present every day. And maybe Greg is like, I love it. It might recharge him. It's going to wear me down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not an emotion. Right. Yeah. And oftentimes that is what I mean by like the difference, because what you're describing is like, oh, this is my emotional connection are things you do. And I understand it, like it's nuanced because emotion, feelings come before the thing. So yes, I'm sure that one of the walk through fire comes from some emotion, but that's not necessarily what we mean when we say emotional connection.
And that's like, more.
That's on the same words, different things.
Emotion is going to be more embodied with men.
Right, that's embodying a thing due to some feeling, and that's why I'm like, it's definitely valid, but that's not what.
But y'all don't perceive it. Y'all don't perceive it.
Yeah, that's not what we talking about.
Yeah, y'all don't perceive it, but we can't understand what value there is to whatever you're talking about because it doesn't make any sense. So you want me to have this emotion, but I can't embody it. So you don't want me to do anything. So you want me to send an emotion. What does that mean?
Right.
If I'm not doing anything, how do you see the emotion?
Right.
Because the emotions live inside of me. So if I don't do something with the emotion, how do you?
Right. And I do think that's why I do think this can be a useful experiment to stop doing what you think it looks like and what it means and see what he does. Now, for someone who, like she said, some men will do their version of whatever it is, and now you have a good idea of what it means. Some will do nothing. And some will be like, when we heard on John video where she told him exactly what she want to see, and he was like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I'd even like to know why. Like, why can't you do that? Some people.
He said he got too much going on. He was like, it's too much. I have kids. I got a job. So that's a capacity. Like he felt like you said, it don't take nothing for her. It takes a lot for a bandwidth for him, especially if it's not something he used to doing. So he said, I can't do it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yep. And I would just keep drilling. I would just keep that because, like John talked about it later on in that call too. Everybody's busy, so it's like what feeling is making you feel like you're too busy? Like, what are you hiding from? And I think he just felt like failure. I would fail. Like I wouldn't feel comfortable. Or there's something else.
Not competent. He don't feel competent because she's so confident and and he's not. You know.
So. Not for sure. So.
Coldness is the label men use for women who refuse to do unpaid work.
Coldness
is the label men use for women who refuse to do unpaid work. You'll notice.
Whew, I was ranting about that earlier today, so you're not gonna get me to disagree. I won't say necessarily cold, but I've had other labels.
But can't we say that if the labor that's expected is warmth and care and you're withdrawing it, that would then be cold? The absence of warmth is cold.
Yeah, that's what I mean. To me, it just gives me an insight to their framework of what it means for me to be a woman through their world. If I'm not performing, especially something that you don't deserve, or I feel like I don't need to necessarily, if I'm not performing it and then you call me cold, that's just telling me more about how you see the world. Same with the guy, like, oh, I don't buy you flowers every day, so you say I don't care about you. Like, okay. Okay. You know what I mean? But I don't necessarily think that that's wrong. It's not wrong. But once again, hearing the video from like the perspective of you're talking to a woman who does absolutely the most and is burnt out because she's doing the most.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she's going to be called cold. And she's probably not comfortable with that because that's why she feels the need to do the most and perform. So this is for like a people pleaser, overperformer woman who probably will be uncomfortable with being called cold.
Yeah. Okay. So then that's a you problem.
Right. That's what this whole thing is, a you problem. Mm-hmm. But that's why I don't like the whole.
This is the externalization of a you problem.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yep. Okay. No, I'm with that. And hello, I know LC Lauren. Good to see you. Good to see.
Hey, Lauren.
It's just so interesting because it's like this person is stopping. They're withdrawing. They're not communicating. Mm-hmm. Like, what is the point? Like, because like you articulated it better. Stop so that you can see what the other person is bringing or responding with. Like, there's evaluation. We're
not doing right. You need to be observing. You don't need to project on them. Mm-hmm. You don't actually need to know anything about what they're trying to do or what's going on in their mind. You're supposed to just be doing this to, I think, figure out yourself. But the way it's spun is like, well, they're this and they're that. And it's like almost like giving them a pep speech, because the person I imagine who needs this speech, not that it's necessarily healthy, is like a people pleaser. Like the very feminine, like I take on traditional ideals of what a woman should be: warm, nurturing, emotionally manage everybody around me. Like that woman would probably need this, that speech about people gonna call you mean, they're gonna call you cold, they're gonna call you a bitch, they're gonna call you everything.
Yeah.
Because they want to extract labor out of you.
Yeah.
But that's because you give it. I mean, that's my take. You give it.
Yeah.
You got the I do labor shirt on. I mean, to me, it's not malicious. It's just you showing up.
Yeah, that's real. But the funny thing is, like to Greg's point about the emotional labor, everything that she's asking for from the men is emotional labor too. Like even the things that she says they do in response to the withdrawal is emotional labor. Like even when she said, well, when you stop doing this, first they're going to be confused. That's emotional labor because you have to cognitively clear up the confusion by either asking questions. And he was like, some of the passive ones won't even want to ask questions. There's going to be emotional labor on deciding what the correct course of action. It's like everything is emotional labor in a relationship. So it's like,
and that's why I don't think that. That's why I'm glad that they don't use that term, because in this video they don't say like I do. Yeah, I don't like that whole emotional. I'm glad that it's not coming up in this. Like,
well, she had just said that's why it's
Well, yeah, like they have to do it, but I don't. I think that is not saying, that's why I don't really take this as men don't have emotions at all. They don't do it. I think I just understand it to be, they have a different idea for what it is, and that threshold and that level is usually typically pretty low as far as how we experience it.
In comparison,
not necessarily
relatively. Yeah.
Right.
No, that's fair. I was listening to somebody. Who was it, man? Because somebody was like, it might have been Deloney too, because you sent that Ask Me Anything.
Oh yeah.
And somebody was like, my wife does all, like, she goes every wedding, every she like, she has like, what did they spend the most money on? And John had some kind of weird massage. I can't remember the name of it. It almost sounded like a kidney massage. I can't remember.
Reiki?
Yeah, I don't think it was Reiki, but it was something weird like that. It just sounded very medicinal. But it's some kind of massage he spends a lot of money on. But his wife spends money on travel. But she said she goes to all the weddings. Anytime somebody's have a wedding or a baby shower, she travels to that because but that's doing the most. Like you're going to another one. Like, because if you're trying to show up for everybody, it's going to be a lot. If everybody doesn't live near you, I mean, you're going to be on a lot of planes. And he was like, back when we didn't have money, she would drive to all these places. But that's what was important to her. But a guy would like count the cost. Like, I can't afford to go to this one this month. I'm going to save up for this one. We're going to pick and choose. We're not going to try to make it and stress ourselves to go to every single one. And I've seen that consistently in people in my real life. And I've heard it the entirety of the online little 6-year pandemic. Most men are just tired. Women think nothing about giving him another problem to deal with. I mean,
and I'm okay with people who don't accept responsibility of being in constant connection, relationship, being tired. Yeah. Do whatever the fuck you want, but I'm sorry. I just be over people saying they too tired to do shit they signed up for.
I mean, but you didn't really sign up to be at everybody's wedding.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in relationships, like
just now inside,
keeping. Like John says, you got to make
a personal relationship. Yeah, absolutely.
It's my personal. Like, you got to do that, but
that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Single, be tired, be unattached, have friends. Friendships are great. Platonic friendships are great. Very a la carte. Very build it how you want it. Try it on. You can have more than one. You can fit it together like puzzle pieces. If you want to be on that, that's great. But people who decide to have kids, multiple kids, be married, being like, I'm too tired to even engage with my own family that I made. Like, shut up.
Yeah, but I don't think people ever consider that. I've heard so many people talk about. I was just watching. It's a different breed. It's like breed something. I don't know.
The other breed, one of the variants.
One of the variants. She was complaining about
her out real good in the comments. Yeah, I cussed her out real good.
I'm like, man, people don't think about this before they get married, before they have kids. Like, what's the energy cost? And also, physically, I guess for women, you're not even going to know what your capacity is going to be after the baby. Like, so that's how you can't even forecast. You can't even plan because you don't know what's going to happen after that. Like, what your energy level is going to return to, what your body's going to return to, how hard it's going to be.
Don't have 3 and still telling me the same sob story. I don't care.
That's fair. Man, it's tough though. It's tough. I will say that that's the part of life I'm learning to, as I age, I'm learning to have more grace because there are so many phases of your life that there's nothing anybody could have told you where you could have mentally and emotionally prepared yourself for that shift in your life.
True.
So you can't know until you know. You can't know. So it's like I try to have grace in some of those spaces because there are certain things I would not have known that I would not have had energy for. Like I was talking to somebody. I think I was talking about this. I thought when I was 25, there were so many low energy things that I did that I thought I'd be able to do forever because I just go somewhere and sit. But it's like I don't even want to spend the time driving to go and sit in this different venue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, as someone who struggled with depression, you'd be surprised what you can find you don't have the energy to do. Like, that's literally when you're in depressed state. Yeah. You're just like, I can't even get up to shower. Crazy. Can't even walk across the room.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Can't even get out of the bed. You'd be shocked what mental way down can have you feeling like you can't have the capacity to do. But that's why I know if that's how you feel about stuff on a low level that you signed up to, that you constantly put yourself around, you probably need help.
Yeah.
Also, though, like you can't just keep saying I ain't got the energy for like low level shit. that like
yeah,
you should
that
have.
can't persist.
Yeah, like that you're responsible for or do.
Yeah,
Okay, that's cool. You need to get help.
Address that. That's fair. No, I'm with that. Oh snap! Hold up. I couldn't stream the Twitch. It said Twitch says the title is invalid. Try changing it a bit.
Yeah, exactly. You got to take pimp out probably.
I didn't even notice it wasn't on there. That's hilarious. The word.
Oh yeah, I didn't. I just saw the check ain't on there.
That's
you got to take PIMP out.
If they that sensitive, man, I'm out of here.
That's what it is, though.
That's sad.
Something else too. When you don't try to fix the connection, men become hyper aware of your value, not in a sentimental way, in a structural way. You were the glue, the organizer, the translator, the stabilizer. Without you, things feel disjointed. This awareness is uncomfortable because it exposes dependency, and men hate dependence.
No, and you getting ready to lie. Let me let you finish the lie.
Unless they can pretend it's control.
No, we absolutely love depending on people for things. We love being able to. We just don't trust people enough to depend on everybody. Every human loves being able to depend on somebody. We've just mostly experienced so much failure and letdown and disappointment that we don't feel comfortable doing it. But we love being able to hand over something. That's human nature. We want to hand over responsibility.
My only pushback, or not even pushback, counter or adding to the argument is the Jason Wilson types.
They want to pass on.
No, that's what I'm saying. They do want to pass everything off as long as it's under the guise of I'm the leader. I'm the leader. So it is about like I'm in control of the passing out. Not that I actually need you to do it. And if you were to stop, I
got you.
Run this shit. Like nah.
The intent, the mindset of the passing on for certain types is only under I'm delegating.
I'm controlling this.
As an authority. I'm
I'm
not dependent upon you. I'm just
I don't need you. Yeah, but the reality of true delegation is you do have to have a good understanding of it to be able to properly delegate. Yeah. So that's the funny part. So I do kind of agree once again because in my head when I'm listening to this, I'm just thinking of the archetype.
Yeah. You got a specific person type in mind. Yeah. I'm broad. I'm generalizing it. So I hear exactly what you're saying, and you're right. For that type, you're absolutely right.
I'm the leader.
Yeah. Nah, for that type, you're absolutely right. I would just think the general, normal temperament dude who's not steeped in trad, con, religiosity, or any other stuff. We like dependency, and I think most guys get off on interdependency. Like you do this and I do this for you because it builds in that connection. We see that as connection because we're trusting. We're trusting you to handle something, and you're trusting us to handle something. And I think a lot of us get energized by that.
I get energized by it. I love to not have to do some shit.
Yeah. So like every time I've fallen into something like you don't mind doing this? No.
Right. You can do it forever.
Oh shoot. You handle that, I'll handle this.
Baby, we friends now.
Yeah, I love besties. I love that.
I don't want to plan nothing. You love to plan everything. Did we just become besties? No.
Exactly. Yeah. And when you find that stuff in relationships, because my thing was like the grocery shopping. I did not mind grocery shopping because I would plan it out meticulously by aisle. So it would be a snake one-way pattern through the store. Like, so in a relationship, it's like, I can't stand when we run out of certain stuff. And it's like, okay, we'll go to the grocery store the day we run out of stuff. And I'll make it the most efficient trip possible. You know what I'm saying? So it was so beautiful because it was like, we never had to be without stuff more than one day.
And if for most men, if you just tell them this, I'm gonna push back.
Okay.
That's not always true.
Fight.
You can that's not always now for a lot of actual like task. Yes. Task.
Fight.
You can tell him a task, he do this, do that. He gonna do it. Emotional task, not necessarily.
What is an emotional task? Because that when you said those words,
like not an emotional task, but like let's just say if it's within their comfort level, I would say most of the time. Like if you say, be a man, be laborers, go do this, go buy me this specific thing, they will go do it. But if they're like, I just want, it has to be very specific.
Yes.
And it still has to be within their capacity. If you go past it, they still not gonna do it, no matter how specific you are.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
I don't agree with if you tell them what to do, they gonna no. It got to be
But I mean,
within a certain threshold.
it's within reason. It's within reason. I mean, it can't be anything. It's like,
No,
oh,
nothing crazy. It don't have to be nothing crazy. Just if it's not,
No.
as long as it's something they're comfortable with.
But that's what I'm saying. But if they're not comfortable, it's crazy to them.
Yeah, they won't do it.
So, yeah, so I mean, it is crazy. Anything that's crazy to them, but you don't know what their threshold is, depending upon what they've experienced.
Right.
Because like I was talking the other day about when I did the pink wig, some of the dudes thought that was crazy. Like, but it wasn't crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? But
if you're like, give me this very specific thing that will make me very happy, some of them will still not do it.
Because it'll bump up against some other value. And that's
what you have to discover.
There's some other value.
So that's why I'm like, I'm not buying that. No, as long as it doesn't bump up against his frame, masculinity, or blah, blah,
whatever,
blah,
something.
He will do it. But just this idea, you tell him what you want, no, that's not, no.
Yeah, absolutely. No. And to me, that's reasonable. I think all people are like that. I just feel like most people, if it bumps up against some value or some identity or some shame or some anything, there's a lot of things that we just we won't say. This bothers, or this makes me think of this, or this makes me feel. I mean, there's even the way some people spin makes some other people feel embarrassed. Like, if I can't buy the name brand, I feel like a broke person.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So you'll wonder why they always get the biggest, most expensive version of something, but it's to make them feel like they have money. But that thing is actually making them not have money because they're going out the way to spend money to feel like they. Yeah. So you have to examine that stuff and ask questions, because sometimes it takes a while to get to the feeling, because some people are moving without thinking about it.
Yeah. Some people don't know their own frames. You just have to bump up against it enough times. But I'm like, let's not.
But in a relationship, you'll typically get emotional about their emotional state. That's what's hard about it, because you'll get emotional and can't think about it clearly because it triggered something in you. Then it's tough, man. I'll turn on your engine and rebuild it, but I'm not letting this shit handcuff me. I'll let that happen once, but I that's. Let's move on.
Research that accidentally confirms this dynamic. A study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that women consistently perform more emotional regulation and relationship maintenance behaviors than men.
Okay. That's not necessarily. I don't know about.
In the journal, there is.
You said go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I don't know about regulation, but I do know that a lot of women do a lot of emotional managing of people around them, not just their partners, kids.
Got you. Yeah, self-regulation is where I would be like, but regulating others, absolutely. Under the guise of control.
No, under the guise of nurture. What is really control?
Right.
Evidently confirms this dynamic. A study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that
the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships. For some reason, I don't believe that's real, but let's go.
Women consistently perform more emotional regulation and relationship maintenance behaviors than men, and that men experience increased distress and uncertainty when those behaviors are withdrawn.
Withdrawn. Everybody, because I've listened to people talk too long. It's been too long for me listening to paying attention to people. Anything that gets withdrawn, people get uncomfortable and have increasing distress. If you quit calling, he's inconsistent. He quit calling. He used to call so much, and now he don't call as much. We used to talk every morning, and now he only talks once. If you withdraw anything from a relationship, people get distressed about it because they wonder what it means. What is the signal? So everybody's vigilant towards changes of withdrawal. When things withdraw, everybody's attentive to that. So I hate that, but we'll go ahead and let that gender. Is gender sure? Okay.
The men didn't report missing the behaviors. They reported feeling off balance and unsure how to proceed. Translation: the system failed and they don't know how to run it themselves. This is why not fixing the connection is so powerful. It doesn't argue, it doesn't demand, it doesn't accuse, it simply stops compensating. Men are very good at responding to complaints. They're terrible at responding to absence.
Let me tell you something. I really hate how stupid some people get. Everybody has a better chance at responding to a complaint because they've given you feedback in a verbal or written form. So you have specifics that you know that they did not like. Okay. You have a specific to respond to. Absence, you can't respond to it. If the person's not there, you can't respond to them. So if there's something missing, you can't respond to it. You can have a personal response, but you can't respond to it because it's not there. So I just hate that. Oh, God. Like, let's say somebody broke up with you, so they're no longer there. You can't say anything to them because they're gone. See what I'm saying? Like, that's what I mean. And see, absence is like it's not even a complaint. It's like absence is it's worse than a complaint. Because see, a complaint would have said something. If you just disappear, that's abandonment. That's not a complaint, that's an abandonment. And you can't respond to abandonment to that person, to the person that abandoned you, because they're abandoned. They're gone.
I can see why he's saying it's a complaint. It's just another way to express the complaint besides the talk.
Like, so this is the problem with this is there's two people in a relationship. Mm-hmm. So which frame are you speaking from and to? So the woman's absence does not equal something he can respond to. Now, the woman's absence is an unvoiced complaint.
Mm-hmm. An unvoiced complaint.
Because behavior is a language.
Yeah, you can communicate with behavior.
The absence is saying there's something that this relationship is not doing for me because I'm choosing to leave. There's something that is greater. Yeah, protest or but I mean, complaint, it makes sense still. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's all I was saying was I can understand how he came to that.
Because behavior is a language. Yeah. So if you leave, like if I don't go back to this place, a restaurant, I'm voting with my dollar. Like I'm voting with my time, my attention. So it's still a vote. It's still a voice, but it's not a clear voice like a complaint would be.
And I've had to give this advice to people before, like in relationship, women who like people be overperforming of emotional maintenance. Like, just stop talking about it. Like if you are trying to talk to someone consistently and it's not doing anything, they glaze over, they don't change, they don't respond. Like it's time. Sometimes you just don't do nothing. Just stop. Yeah. Just stop. If you feel like doing all of this emotional maintenance and all this stuff is supposed to get you to a certain thing, okay, that's fine. Like you're not getting it, so why are you still doing it?
Right.
Just stop.
Yes. But some people are indoctrinated on certain things. Like I was having I said this to Anya, like communication doesn't solve everything because sometimes the communication is letting you know the difference that you and another person have. So the more communication of a difference, the bigger the divide.
It just makes a chasm that you're like, oh, we're just so inherently different in how we think about it. But you can think about something differently and still arrive to the same place.
Yeah. So no, I'm definitely with all that. It's just.
But I definitely honestly, I'm not once again like I'm okay with saying stop doing the most. The only thing I would just say is like you really can't bank on what the response will be, and just like hang on to the idea that if they may not be capable of responding. So don't do it as like an ace in the hole. Like I'm gonna stop doing a connection and he's gonna suddenly know how to do it. And that's why I was glad they did say that. Like, cause you might get nothing, baby. You might get nothing. Crickets.
Don't do it manipulatively. Like that's the problem.
Don't do it thinking you're gonna get a certain outcome and then you should only do it to get information.
Yeah. The ideal situation is that you have a willing partner that if you make a request, they will make good faith attempts to fulfill the request. Like that's the ideal. That's the ideal.
Right.
Like, hey, I need more of this in the relationship. And how I need that to come to make me feel that way is this, and this. You do these behaviors. You watch this TV show with me a few nights a week. We go out on a date a couple times a month, and you spend more time we just sit and talk about our day. I feel this, and that will fulfill the request.
Right.
Okay, I can do that. Okay, but what about these days a week? These days work better for me because I'm not and you negotiate that, and that's
the ideal.
The ideal. That's the ideal. Right. If you have an unwilling partner, then you got a problem. Like, there's the unwilling and unable. If they're unwilling, you have to decide: are you willing to stay with somebody who's unwilling to give you the energy?
And a lot of times they unwilling because they unable, and they don't want to say they unable,
And that's
so they
possible
just
too.
unwilling.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't know which. That's why sometimes I'll be like, "Girl, baby, it don't even fucking matter at this point."
Yeah. And then there's the unable, who they might be willing and they'll try, but they can never meet it. They can never.
Right.
They're untimely, so they never on time, or they don't show up on the days where they're forgetful, and they'll put stuff in the calendar, but something else becomes. Maybe they're unable for whatever reason. You're not important enough, or they're just too busy, or they put a told story that they have got that they've got to answer every phone call. There's no telling. If they're unable or unwilling, you have to decide then, am I willing?
What are you gonna do with that? Right.
Yeah, what am I gonna do with that?
I mean, and I feel like if a person's getting to this point, like, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, just from lived experience, if someone's at this point, like, I don't believe in the whole gaslighting. What did you communicate? Like,
yeah.
Yes. Damn it. Yes. Come on. So if we punishing, that's what we on now.
No.
Who gives a fuck? People are people like if we're punishing now, whatever. Punishment, information gathering, whatever. I don't actually see this as necessarily punishing once again, because I do know a lot of women who probably need this conversation, not necessarily with this spin, but this conversation. Stop doing the most and just watch.
Yeah.
Not as a punishment, but just because you don't like how you feel when you do the most by yourself.
Right. No, that's fair. I'm with you. I don't say I have the same problem with Yanni's analysis, because sometimes her thing is you're telling people to do the right action but for the wrong reason. And if they take in the wrong reason, it'll misalign them somewhere else. Like, yes, you should, if you're doing more than you want to do, you should stop doing it, especially in it's a voluntary action that you're doing.
Right.
Like, nobody's making you do it. So you're doing voluntary actions that you're not happy with because other people aren't doing those same voluntary actions. Then stop doing the voluntary.
Stop doing it.
Stop doing it. Like, don't do that.
Don't do it. Don't do things that make you feel yucky and resentful.
Yeah. It's voluntary. It's not necessary.
Right. Why are you trying to? Because dedication can be dust, baby. Dust. That's why.
You stop fixing. You also stop signaling fear. Fear of losing him. Fear of tension. Fear of silence. Fear is what kept you active. Removing it changes the hierarchy. Men react to this shift with recalibration. They start watching you more closely. Your tone, your timing, your availability. Because you're no longer predictable. Predictability is
Yes.
I didn't.
Directly and indirectly, she called all of us dusty. All men are dusty.
Comfort breeds laziness. When you remove predictability, men have to engage consciously or disengage entirely. Now let's address the fantasy many women have, that if they stop,
and that's fair.
He might disengage. That's why I said don't be so quick to know what you're gonna get. You might get complete disengagement.
Yeah, still an answer though. Yeah, that's an answer, but it's like, if I don't know, if I say hello to you and I get cussed out, then I say hello to you and you give me a hug, then I say hello to you and it's like, what do you want for dinner? If I don't know what I'm gonna get with the same output, I'm gonna put outputting. I'm going to disengage.
And this is a temperament thing. Like they said, some people will kind of try to balance it. Some people going to be like, I'm not doing this. This is too much. I still think it's useful information to know what type of person you're dealing with. Once again, if you're a person who's doing the most, which you are the problem here, ultimately. But if you're a person who's doing the most, you probably you do so much that you don't actually even know which temperament you're actually dealing with.
That's fair. Yeah.
So that's why it's still useful information.
Right? Yeah. Okay. And like somebody, that was a thing. What's up, Yella, man? How you feeling, bro? Good to see you.
Hello.
What up, girl? You hear me?
Yeah, you come
Metro
through.
booming.
Metro booming.
Super booming.
Super booming.
Super
my
baby.
bad. My audio might be a little sketchy to start out with.
All right.
We're doing some stuff over here, but what's good, y'all? I can scooch me down a little bit. All right.
Oh, I'm gonna do it. Okay.
Now, the only thing I was gonna say, like an analogy, like is cologne, because somebody talked about the cologne of something. I can't remember how they used it, but it made me think of this. This made me think of cologne. If your cologne is so overpowered, you'll never know if the people around you smell clean, have on a nice fragrance of their own, or if they have body odor. Like, so if you're doing the most, you can't perceive what the other people are doing. Like, it's
yeah,
like
you taking up all the space in the room.
Yeah, I was like, just fall back some. And it don't have to be malicious. It's just preservation. If you're giving up too much, if you're bleeding energy, stop bleeding. Just put a bandage on.
Stop doing it.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be punished. A lot of people do withdraw to punish, but you don't have to withdraw to punish. You can withdraw to preserve. It does not have to be punishment.
And observe.
Yeah, you should observe.
Different
You should always be observing. You should always be observing. Same. Your eyes should always be open.
Right, you know, people just be out here trauma autopilot. They ain't observing nothing. They just doing what they're doing. Right. Can't see, I'm blind.
Stevie Blunder. They be out here like this. Going through relationship. Stumbling.
Right. You be mad. Ain't nobody asked you to do all that.
Man, for real.
Fixing the connection, the man will magically step into emotional leadership. Sometimes he does, often he doesn't, and that's.
Oh wait, let me hear that sentence from
women.
Yeah, go back.
If they stop, disengage entirely. Now let's address the fantasy many women
but the fantasy.
that if they stop fixing the connection, the man will magically step into emotional leadership. Sometimes he does, often he doesn't, and that's the point. Not fixing is not.
If I stop, he'll just magically start doing.
Nah, that's why I think that's when you're like punt. That's why I said don't.
Oh shit!
But I know that's exactly what a lot of them will do. They'll think, oh, I'm gonna stop. He's gonna chase me. He's gonna show. He's gonna do the thing. He's gonna. No, he probably gonna withdraw or crash out.
If there's something I don't know.
Not you laughing at the fantasy.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you coming through? You clear?
Okay, can y'all hear my TV?
No, not at the moment. I'll tell you if I do hear it.
I hear something.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, it's like
just a little bit.
It's not distracting. It's not distracting. It seems to get louder, but it's it's coming almost clear now.
Oh yeah, now it's louder. Yeah. He was good.
All right, we all good.
They not. I mean, and I don't. I'm not gonna go into a manipulate tangent. I think me and Rashawn have had this conversation about manipulating, and it's kind of normal to some degree. Performance is manipulation. Like it's a normal human thing.
He is.
Yeah. There's a malicious form of manipulation where you're trying to change the person as they are. Like that's where I say manipulation is bad. When you're trying to elicit a positive behavior, I don't think that behavior is wrong. Like if you
you can manipulate a dynamic.
Like if you tell your kid you can't have dessert until you finish your vegetables, that's manipulation, but that's towards a positive end. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, oh, you're manipulating your kid. So I just feel like this manipulation is malevolent and benevolent. So there's
and you can manipulate a dynamic. I'm cool with you can manipulate a dynamic. I don't think you can manipulate people into being who you want them to be, but I definitely think if you got a dynamic going on, you can. That's what this. It's the same thing as people saying change what you can. Like you can control yourself, so change yourself. That's manipulating a dynamic.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah,
like as long as it's not malicious. Like
because I do want to be manipulated positively. Like if there's something I can do differently that will make you more happy, I'd like to know that. And I will manipulate myself with the incentive of making you happy. You know what I'm saying? That's for me is the ideal method. As opposed to you trying to tweak me against my will to do something I wouldn't otherwise do. Like that's where it gets.
Yeah.
That's where
and to be fair to Greg, I think that's like typically the connotation of manipulating people use it. So I will say it is nuanced. Typically we say manipulate, we do mean with malicious.
The malicious, yeah. It doesn't seem to work well with guys based on what I hear from them.
It don't work.
Yeah.
Especially if it's related to his frame of masculinity, he's not gonna do that shit.
There's certain things you just can't. You can't overcome competence.
Mm-mm.
You can't overcome laziness. You can't overcome lack of interest. The only thing you can overcome is ignorance. Like if they just don't know, you can overcome that because you can tell them and they can know. But that's the only thing you can overcome, in my opinion. Because if they just don't want to do it, if they don't care to do it, if they think it makes them less of a man or something, if they're just none of that stuff.
Someone not saying they don't want to do it doesn't mean they don't want to do it.
Yeah, some people just will never admit.
Some people would never say they don't want to do it. They just won't
hate
do
that
it.
too. Oh God.
Sure. But honestly, at work, I do that to doctors all the time.
I bet you do.
They be like, "Hey, go do this." I be like, "Okay." Never do it.
It reminds me of candidate and the coffee. Telling the patient she go get him a coffee.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Just never come back.
Tell my orientation. Starford tells me, absolutely, we're not doing that.
That's crazy.
She's like, why did you tell him you were gonna do it? He won't check.
That's terrible. That's wild.
A tactic to make him change. It's a diagnostic tool to reveal whether he can. Men who can step up do so without being prompted. They ask.
No.
Wait, I wanted to finish that sentence.
Debate Hub. Good
Hello.
To see. I'm about to go back.
I missed the first couple words of the sentence.
Yes.
Please step into emotional leadership. Sometimes he does, often he doesn't, and that's the point. Not fixing is not a tactic to make him change. It's a diagnostic tool to reveal whether he can. Men who can step up do so without being prompted. They ask direct questions, they name tension, they initiate repair, they don't wait for permission. Men who can't either vanish or stall, they hover, they breadcrumb, they keep you emotionally adjacent without actually reconnecting. They want access without responsibility. Women who rush back in at this stage sabotage themselves. They see the discomfort and mistake it for a crisis that needs intervention. They reinstall the old system. He relaxes. Nothing changes. Men learn patterns quickly. If you always fix the connection.
Oh, wait, I kind of agree with that. Hold on, wait, they got an 8. Hold on, they got a hold on. Wait, they kind of 8 right there. I'm not gonna hold you.
Nah, it was a 50-50 because it's untrue because even you've admitted this. Everybody doesn't max out a stat. Just because I can do something more doesn't mean I'm going to do something more. Because like you said, everybody can do more than they're currently doing and they don't. So that part was a lie. Well, if he can do more, he will do more. He'll be the that's not true. That's not true.
I think that was the thing. Like it's not necessarily I kind of heard it more so, and I could have heard it wrong, but I heard it as like you probably if a person had the capacity to hold their own emotionally or they're emotionally intelligent, like the men who like they're gonna ask questions, they're gonna be direct, they're gonna initiate hard conversations, they're going to start repair, they're going to do those things. I don't even think you would have to do this. Like this is a diagnostic tool to see what you're dealing with, and like the ones who are gonna withdraw will withdraw. The ones who don't, somebody might crash out, somebody might withdraw, somebody might come and say, hey, what's up with you, what's going on? Like I don't know. I kind of agree with that.
I hear you. My thing is, you know me, I'm being literal. Like, if the word can in specifics means the ability to. If the ability to meant that they will, then you wouldn't have the term weaponized incompetence. Like those are people that they can do, but they won't. So that's all. I'm being semantic about it. So yes, generally people who have, like you said, the temperament early, because you talked about temperament,
right?
Yeah, because like sometimes people do have the tools, they just don't like to employ them. Whether that's laziness, whether that's that I don't think you're valuable enough for me to use the tools. Any number of reasons people won't. But we've been talking about almost this entire conversation, people that could but won't. But so there's a difference between can and could. You know what I'm saying? Like there's I don't know how I haven't perceived this, but there's something missing in that. There's a path that's right, but then it veers off because
I think some people have potential. Yeah. Like some people, I think everybody has the potential for the emotional repair, and then some people can actually do it. Some people just need a little bit more information to bridge it. Some people don't. Some people don't have the capacity. Some people are super avoidant. So I think it's kind of what I'm hearing is you talk about. It's like the potential for it doesn't mean that they will necessarily always rise to that potential or they will meet that potential. Like people have the potential to do a lot, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they will ever
Yeah.
do it.
And it was just the way she asserted it very matter of factly. If the man can do this, he will do this. And I'm like, that negates almost everything before this. Like you're saying, he could do this, but he won't. That, but I understand what you're saying. If somebody is inclined to, I'm about to say, if somebody can and has the intention to, they have the inclination, like they desire to be better, they will exert more to fulfill the gap. So, like,
especially if you were taking up all the room, I think there could be a person who maybe is inclined, and then when you fall back, they may have room to actually like engage and initiate. Versus when you're sucking up all the air.
Yes,
they may just go passive in response to your overwhelming, you do everything. So that when I think of it, I think of those are the people who probably will, like when you back up a little bit, they'll meet you, they'll close the gap.
Yeah, both
because
exist.
You were just doing the most. Yeah,
sure.
But then there's some who the gap.
I've been that person because there's some people I'm not going to try. Like I've done this on panels too. Like I'm not going to try to. If there's somebody that's like conversation dominant, I'm not going to keep trying to interject. Like I could hold a conversation and I could dominate, but I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm willing to hold a conversation. I'm willing to facilitate. I'm willing to moderate. I have all those skills, but I'm not going to assert it if somebody else feels compelled to do so. Like even in a relationship, there's some people that feel I have to do this, or I feel like I took gas money from people this weekend that I don't think should have paid me for the. Like I did, I dropped them off on the way, but sometimes people feel like I insist, like I have to do this. I have to give you a token or something. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know when you're up against somebody that feels like they have to do something for their own. Like because like this is a two-sided conversation.
Right.
If you feel like you've been talking about the man feeling like there's certain things he has to do as a man. Women carry those same attitudes.
Right.
Well, I have to do this because I'm a woman. Should I step on that because I can do this? Should I?
Right. Especially if she's doing it. That's like this is the man who's with the people pleaser or the woman who feels compelled to emotionally manage everybody because that's her role as a woman or her form of control. Right. Like this is the woman we're talking about. So she's gonna feel compelled to do all that. So I'm trying to see what the comments say because there was a couple of them popping up.
Oh yeah.
Not really. I mean, I don't think anybody expected, but there's definitely relationships where one person does all the emotional listening. Like that's what we're talking about.
And people fall into those expectations. Yeah, people sometimes fall into them too. Yeah.
And that's kind of the person who would need this. The person who would need this advice is the person doing all the emotional lifting. And it may not be because the other person not capable, want them to, ask them to. Yeah. They just thought they had to do it.
Yeah. And people who are also go ahead, let's go.
Oh yeah,
deep voice of God. Come on.
the people taking this advice from this very particular creator are also gullible as shit.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Sorry. I know that's
I agree.
Hard left. Yeah, I know that's hard left.
It's actually not though. If you think about it though. Because the person who takes on those very rigid roles, you have a vagina, therefore you have to be this way. You have a penis. Yeah. I feel like those people generally are very gullible and easy to manipulate, brainwash.
Yeah, because they will just easily believe that this is the guy talking to them. Just so simply believe that this is a dude talking to them.
Right.
Like, oh my God, he's really just being honest and telling us how he feels and what he think. This is a woman. You don't know why? I know for this.
I feel like they definitely are like
it's a woman mask.
It's a woman mask, right?
I mean, it's a woman mask, it's also a woman neck, but I don't think this is the video of the. But I also don't think this video is the person that's talking either, because it's the same video. Trust me.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's AI.
It's the same. It's the same video. Every time
with different audio overlay. Okay.
With different audio overlay. So it's right.
Let's go.
Trust me, my antennas popped up.
Let's go.
When I seen this, it wasn't even just like skeptical of what was being said, but the presentation along with what was being said.
It's super sus.
I think it's AI. Right. That was my conclusion.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's AI.
That's
yeah,
like a Wancho poncho. I want that Wancho poncho. Let's get that Wancho poncho though. I want that.
Yeah.
Bobblehead Power Rangers.
But when she said that if a man could, he would shit, I almost crashed out.
Yeah, if he could, he would. That was
if
he could, he would. Oh god.
All I seen was a hand retracting and going out and retracting and going out while they lips is popping. Because if a man could, he would. Right. So, girl, if I could,
that is a
fly to the moon. Right. If I wanted, if you wanted to fly to the moon, you could fly to the moon. That's basically the logic. Like if you wanted to.
If he wanted to, he would. Yeah.
Right. If he wanted to, he would.
I don't believe in that.
No. Right. Because you wanted to be 120 pounds, didn't you? You can't now. So what's good?
Yeah.
And it's two people. That's why I'm more of a believer in dynamics than like just people just do whatever they do when you're by yourself, you don't necessarily move the same way when you're dealing with another person. So I just feel like if you take up all the space in the room, somebody got to be the one side and somebody got to be the other. So
but I will say, like, you are right though. If you have two willing partners, this shouldn't come up if they can communicate. Like, because if you can communicate, you don't get this deep into it. If two willing partners come into this, it's like I've never expressed how I feel, which does happen. Like somebody just doesn't feel comfortable expressing that they're overwhelmed or overworked or they've overextended themselves. That happens. But I think a lot of this, you get this level of resentment because even when you did speak up, it wasn't met with a return of energy or attention or reciprocity or something.
You passed it.
Yeah, that'll get you real quick. Not getting what you feel like you putting out. Like even in a little bit. Now I think that done got me a couple of times in relationships, and it ain't got to
and
be
you try to talk to people, they stonewall you, they did this, they did. Oh, now that's what they're like. Why would you punish your partner? Because people be having toxic ass behaviors, even if you
you thought it was sweet. Because you thought she was sweet. That's why.
Right. I know Yella's like, because he's like crash out, and I'm like, no. The older I get, I'm like, sometimes you got to crash out on people.
Just a little bit.
So they know they don't like that shit. Because you can talk about it, but until you start raising their voice, people be thinking shit cute.
Yeah. And see, my thing, reason somebody I get pushed to that. If I get pushed to where I gotta show you a crash out, you're not the right person. Like you're not a safe person.
I mean,
for me.
No,
because if you're gonna for me, you don't get.
But I do agree because that's like a pushing. That's
for me, not for y'all. It can be different for you,
right?
But for me, if it's somebody that has to push me towards crashing out, that's not a safe person for me. Because I don't come back from that. Like, there's no repair. Yeah, there's no repair for that for me.
You needed to see me that bad to feel compelled to just even hear me out.
Yeah.
Oh, so I totally agree. If I have to get to crash out land at this point, it's a wrap. But for people who tend to always withhold or hold it in or give grace, I think sometimes when we say crash out, we just mean, I just raised my voice a little bit. I like outwardly show that I was upset. That's kind of what I mean. Like I have to outwardly show that I'm upset. I'm being
because after a while, grace becomes enabling. Enough grace to become enabling. So I could be okay with, she's just having a bad day. She's just emotional. I get it. And then after a while, it's
having your bad week though. That's
let
usually what
me
happens.
Have a bad boy.
Right?
That's true.
That's usually when it come out.
Boy. Ooh, yeah, let's just go ahead and let PTSD kick in.
See that experiential learning. I gotta learn through experience. I can't. I ain't got the patience.
Yeah, I feel like you should take all that.
Oh my God. I much rather would have not learned some of the lessons that I have learned. I swear I'm good. I could have not learned that lesson. We did not need to have that on the curriculum, brother.
Take that off the syllabus.
Our learners, they won't learn something till it happens to them.
I get that. That's what I'm saying. There's temperament types that I just don't match with. And if you need me to prove that I care about something through explosions, I've had that happen. I've had somebody tell me I didn't care because I wasn't spazzing out, and I'm like, I can't go there because once I spaz out, there's a no-go zone because I don't know how I'm going to land. You know what I'm saying? So
why the TV suddenly so loud? It wasn't loud.
I don't know. I got the I'm trying to figure out my
but he's
mixer. Yeah,
also
I got
louder
my
too.
mixer on. Yeah, I got my mixer too going on. So
Why
I
are you
might
on
need to shift to some of the
160?
settings.
He's normally on 200.
Yeah,
I hate you so much.
Exactly.
It's so
Yeah.
unnecessary.
Right. See,
You wouldn't have to
Nigga
change
can't
nothing on
even-
your side if
I
you would just
could-
sit at
I
100.
Resting
reduced
100.
my efforts by 25, almost 30-something%, and I still get
Just
there.
be at 100.
Nah, you got to come in 200. Yella getting louder from fear of his chick.
No, I don't. You know what? It was being on them panels. I'd be damned if I'm sitting here with this deep ass voice and y'all niggas finna be over talking me. Nope, 200, booming mic. Y'all finna hear me. I can always back off the mic if I need to. But when I need to get in there, yeah, y'all gonna hear me.
I remember them days too. Man, good time. But real quick, on the fear of the chick pegging, because there was some rapper or somebody that just got outed recently, allegedly by his woman, saying that she used to peg him. Like, is that really? Should that really be a negative on a guy? Like, should
For
that?
black people, it's gonna be because what do you
Mhm.
mean? It's gonna
like,
be. It shouldn't be. It's gonna be. I think it's dumb, but I get it. Peen stuff, shape valid things in your booty. What's to stop you from just going all the way? I get the fear.
Yeah, I'm just like anything with your girl should be inbounds. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just
That's what I think.
consenting adults.
People just
I
worried
think
about
it's-
the slippery slope of
Yeah.
man to man.
I think it's weirder that all of a sudden she turn around and want to make it a bad thing.
Right.
Yeah, you pegged him. Yeah, he got pegged.
You
but you
doing
pegged
it.
him.
You were doing it. Yeah.
Right, you
Straight.
pegged him.
It's a very straight thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. No, we're not gonna sprinkle that bullshit.
Yeah.
Very
See,
straight.
we're not gonna do
It's not
that.
the most
No,
normative
It's
behavior.
very straight. It's not normal.
It's
definitely
opposite.
kink. It's definitely
It's the
kink.
opposite of straight. There's nothing
Not.
straight about it.
It's a lady and a
People
man.
bent over.
That's
They ain't
so
even straight into positions. Not even. Not
It's a lady and a man.
Oh man.
You know.
But nah,
But I do get the thought of like, what's to stop you from doing the rest? If you're doing that, you might as well go get the real thing. So I do get the.
I get the train of
side-eye.
thought. I
Right.
just wonder, like, should that be a thing that was like, I will host this.
Yeah, I
just
definitely
wonder,
understand the
like,
side eye.
Should it be a thing? Like, should it be a?
I think it should be a thing.
I just don't feel like it should be something that like you could use to discredit somebody like that. I just don't feel like it's
Right.
supposed to be something that should discredit a dude.
Right. It shouldn't.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
That's
he's
the
gonna
one
be
that
so
did it.
empathetic to that woman. I think all men, it just makes him empathetic.
Yeah.
Right, especially he did it with
that's
you.
the
I can
point.
see if he was getting pegged by some other chick. Like he did it with you. Y'all doing it in the privacy.
Yeah,
of
you
y'all
out here doing
own.
deviant shit. What you talking about?
That's like
Yeah.
that's like we was over
Yeah.
on
That's awesome.
Miss Garcia channel over on Twitch. And the one chick was on there, she was in the chat, but she was like dragging her ex-husband. She talking about she just got divorced from her ex-husband because he had a little dick.
Oh, I remember
Okay,
that.
you
Nah,
married him.
You married for 10 years.
Okay, so you was on that.
Right, married
10
for
years,
10
he was fine.
years. Now you out here talking about he had a little dick. Bro, you accepted that shit. You accepted that.
That's a
Right.
long time too.
You know what I'm saying? And now you out here talking about that shit like it was a bad thing. That little dick wasn't a problem when it was paying your bills, was it?
I assumed it was a new marriage. 10 years. I forgot. God,
Yeah,
I think
that's
that's
a
a
long
long
time.
time.
10
She just sound
years,
like
bro.
she just sound like a goofy.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Yeah, you just want to
That's
say
fair.
something, right? You just want to say something to make him sound bad.
All right.
You just want to make something. You just want to say something, but you
True.
was riding that motherfucker. You was playing with it a couple nights. Yeah,
Right.
you let him put what he had in you.
Okay, we gotta play the video. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
My bad.
He learns that disengagement has no consequences. When you don't fix it, consequences appear. This is why men sometimes become resentful when women stop repairing. Resentment is the emotion of someone who benefited from a dynamic and now has to pay for it. They'll say,
Oh, but aren't you saying that the women resented the men for? So what did they benefit? That's interesting. Look how that turns around. It's ridiculous.
You're distant, different, not like before. What they're really saying is, the deal changed, and I didn't agree to the new terms. You didn't need his agreement. There's a darker layer here. When you stop fixing the connection, you also stop absorbing his emotional mess. You stop being the container for his confusion, his stress, his avoidance. He has to sit with it himself. Men are not taught how to sit with emotional discomfort. They outsource it, usually to women. When the outsourcing stops, the discomfort rebounds in
On my
increases.
mama. On my
Nah,
mama.
I don't agree
folk,
with that.
On my mama, folk. I swear to God, this broad is blowing.
Catch you
me.
debate.
First of all, oh my God. Ooh. Okay.
Did he just whoa? He just said, whoa.
Because I had to catch myself for a second. I'm trying not to just full on crash out. Because it's not even fucking true.
Yeah. He said, whoa.
It's not even true. That's the words and the perception of a woman who don't understand how men handle their emotions. That's why listening to this is so grating to me. Like none of it can be taken seriously. Because I know this is a woman portraying to be a man as if she's speaking to women about how men really are.
It's too funny. Yeah, Greg said the same thing. She has no clue. It's crazy. But I get where the frame is coming from.
Like, who hurt you? This the who hurt you. This ain't even a female version of red pill.
I said that
she's
to me,
not
that's what
even-
it felt like. I was like, this feels like
Right.
just red pill, but for like women.
But it would make sense if it was a woman. Like if this was being like if they was being genuinely who they were supposed to be, and she was coming out and telling her side of the story, I probably can hear her a little better.
Yeah, like
But
Princella,
this is just
Cynthia G. Yeah, every one of them.
right. But this is a woman doing to women what she claims men do: manipulating, lying, deception. You doing the same thing, but they in the chat like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you're giving us this information." Girl, you are a view. They are racking up. She is racking up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird to me that people even thought that this was a man. I don't know. As soon as I watched it, I was like, it's a woman. Because if you didn't want people to know that, you would cover your neck. So to me, I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't look at it as it had to be a man to be like. I don't even think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it would matter if it was a man or a woman. Like if they were like, "Oh, I'm a former pimp and I'm sharing my knowledge," I feel like that's supposed to be the insight here. Like I do sex work with this group of people. I work in this industry with people, and so I'm giving insight to what I've learned about. So that was my take on it. I don't even know if it matters if it's a man or a woman. But I also didn't read the comments, and I also haven't gotten to the end of this. So
right, and unfortunately, I've been around a couple of niggas who claimed to be pimps and thought they was pimps, and just some niggas who probably was. They do not even register on this level. This is not even part of their train of thought.
yeah, my thought was that this is probably really an escort. If there was a person that escort,
right? Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think that changes. Like that's what I mean. I don't know.
Hoe. Right? Use a former
probably.
hoe because ain't no pimp concerned about this. These things that she talking about
they gotta
a
make
man
money.
sitting a man sitting in his emotional. No fucking pimp care about that. Did he pay you?
I wouldn't put it past the pimp though to do this to make money. They're not pimping anymore. Like this is just algorithm bait. Like just the mask, the video, the title. Like I don't put it past a former pimp to do some shit like this, and not even be on camera for real. I don't know. I don't put it past them. Feels like pimp shit.
Shit, not the way people getting paid for if this was like early 2000s, I can understand the mask and the facade, but not the way people putting their face on everything they did in life now.
Nah, this
shit
out
here telling their whole real ass story.
It's definitely playing on an anonymous kind of thing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't necessarily. That's why I don't really get caught up on it because I don't really think that is.
Yeah.
Whether this was a man or a woman, the point they're former sex industry worker trying to give you insight. I think that's the point. I don't think it has to be a man.
No.
Right. Now I hear you on that. And it's still gonna come from a skewed angle.
Yeah, that's why it's just like,
you
you dealing with a certain subset of men.
Right, you dealing with some severely unregulated ass niggas. So,
but I'm just curious though. What?
No, but I'm saying they're speaking from a relationship standpoint. When 9 times out of 10, all your interactions with men was transactional.
And that's what I was going to say. I just wonder how they got insight into the relationship from the female's perspective, who wouldn't have been the John. You know what I'm saying? It just, the logic doesn't track.
That's why in my head it was like it's an escort, because they sit around and talk to men who are married, and they like talk to them in the way they wouldn't talk to their spouses. So like I could see an escort knowing this.
Yeah.
Because the men, their Johns would talk to them more freely, because it's a transactional thing, right? That's one.
Now the issue with that is, how would you, these unemotionally intelligent creatures who can't tap into that side, how would they have expressed their wife's side so acutely that you can relate it to somebody else? You know what I'm saying? So that's where the logic falls apart, even from the escort side. But that's the closest relationship to what this person could.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking about all the projections about how this is what he sees. This is how he feels when you do that. Like that's why I was thinking it's probably escort, because of that.
That's how it makes sense.
But if they're a woman themselves, they would have heard enough women talking.
That's fair.
How women
that's fair.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was an escort, because they're sure about this is what men think when they're going through it. Like this is what men will think when you're doing this. They're thinking this.
That's fair. Yeah. I'm with you. You sold me.
Irritability increases, restlessness increases, and men often misattribute these feelings to you. They think you caused the discomfort. In reality, you stopped buffering it. This is why some men suddenly pick fights when women stop fixing. Conflict is familiar. Silence is not. Conflict gives them something to push against. Silence forces introspection. Most men would rather argue than reflect. Now let's talk about power, because that's what this really is. Fixing the connection.
He said what?
Wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I say a lot of people sit in silence and never introspect.
Oh, that's what I think they were saying. The one who just completely withdraw, they not conflicting. They just not gonna say nothing. They'll just, you go far, I'm gonna go farther. You withdraw, I go to Saturn.
Right.
I'm not gonna chase you. I'm not gonna fight. They just withdraw more.
Check. All right. I might hear periodic checks. Okay.
Oh yeah, we can hear.
Action places you in a subordinate position. You're the one trying to restore harmony. He's the one being convinced. When you stop, the polarity flips. He now has to decide whether the connection matters enough to pursue repair. Men feel this shift viscerally. It unsettles them. This is also where one-on-one coaching becomes useful, because knowing when to stop fixing and how to tolerate the discomfort is not intuitive.
Real pimp.
I offer one-on-one coaching, and it's pinned in the comment.
Right.
Big pimping energy.
And you're going to buy a course from somebody you can't even see their face.
Right. They buying it right now. I need that course.
They saying what you want to hear. That's all it takes.
This is so insane.
Typical YouTube. Okay, I'm ready to talk to him. Should I talk to him now? It's like the Mr. Beast account on TikTok. You say Mr. Beast anything on TikTok, he'll come in your comment and say yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's
it's like a bot. Just like if you say Mr. Beast, it'll just come in your comment and be like, and respond to your comment with yeah. So that's what this coaching finna be like. Should I call him? Yeah. It's time to break communication. It's time.
Yeah.
Right. I need to take my money.
Eat this time.
Man, that's too messed up. I promise you, man. I just need this poncho.
It's not learning lines or tactics. It's learning
I'm weird, man. Come on, man. Look at that. That thing clean. This faux leather poncho. Come on.
Nah, bro. He finna trying to go. I think they just plug in their product right here so we can skip it. I want to. This is where I got to. I think I got to this.
Now, back to the men. When you don't try to fix the connection long enough, something decisive happens. The ambiguity
I
resolves.
get a little up on the
Men either
morning.
lean in or
Actually, you can.
drift out, and both outcomes are clean. The ones who lean in don't do it dramatically. They do it calmly. They show consistency. They stop testing. They don't punish you for not fixing. They take responsibility for their side of the gap. The ones who drift out often do so quietly, with a narrative that protects their ego. She changed. The vibe was off. Timing wasn't right. These stories are for them, not for you. The important
I mean, yeah, because
Yeah,
you didn't.
that's true.
shout out to Greg for the cash app for the poncho fund. I'm gonna get me a Wancho's poncho, man. I'm gonna get me I'm gonna be up here rocking a Wancho's poncho.
Ain't it time for me to
Black faux
traumatize y'all
leather.
again with Married at First Sight? Ain't it time?
For me, yes. Yella swore off all the dating shows.
He said this is too much.
Yeah, y'all lost me, bro. Oh God, y'all lost me.
Oh my god.
If Marissa sliding down the wall didn't kill me, this entire
Nicolandria. Nicolandria.
Oh my god.
No,
You
just
hung
her
in there
alone.
though. I appreciate it. You hung in there.
It's not even her fault, and I hate her. I hate seeing her pop up on my timeline. But like, just
Hola.
I hate her so much.
Hola.
Bad.
Hola.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you don't.
Somebody's so hyped. I mean, the hype beats drove her to where she's at. Like
Insane.
Sitting there though.
if you want to if you want an example of what representation looks like in
It was her foot.
2022,
It was Olandria's foot.
Mm-hmm.
if you want a representation of what representation looks and feels like, just look at this whole Alandria situation.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't know.
She doing good. She leveraged it well though. Shout out to Ola.
Yeah.
Shout out to her mama with that wagon though.
And no one's ever done that, but like leverage their spot like that before. To not get sucked into the reality TV, reheat nachos, and to go into high fashion and legit modeling.
Yeah, she's done it really well.
Shout
She
out to her.
avoided a lot of pitfalls. I don't know how.
Yeah, she was smart about it.
Yeah.
Like as soon as she got out of the house, she was smart about finding management and not doing certain things to keep her in that lane. And
her peers, oh man, they all made some stupid choices. Boy.
They sure did. Yeah, she definitely play her cards well. So shouts out to her.
It's still early.
You a hater?
Just screw it up on the back end.
You a hater?
Maybe, but it's just still.
He's still hanging around. People say that they're not like officially together, but it's like it's all rumor. I haven't heard her say that they're not together for real, but
neither one of them have said they not.
Yeah, but they also didn't say that they were like linked.
They're not living together or anything. They're not living together or nothing like that.
Yeah, they were supposed to be like just figuring it out, slow walking it.
Yeah, if anything, it's probably casual. If anything, I would think they just meet up to smash.
Yeah.
I don't even think they're doing that.
They may not, but that's I can't imagine their relationship being more than that because she's always somewhere and he's always somewhere. Like she's always like fashion stuff, flying friends.
That boy ain't seen no type of uncovered creases. No, he gets the kisses because you can do that on screen, and anybody can kiss anybody.
One time, and she was like, "I'm not into this."
She ain't seen that little pinky do nothing.
I can see them smashing one time, and she be like, "I'm just not into white boys." Like
yeah, I can see that too. Just for some reason, I can see it.
Yeah, I can see that. But anyway, let's play the video.
Thing is this: when you stop fixing the connection, you stop wasting time on men who require management to remain present. And men know this. They feel the ticking clock. They know that if they don't act, the connection will die, not with a fight, but with neglect. And neglect is final. In the next stretch, we'll talk about why men respect women who don't fix connections far more than those who do, and why restraint is remembered longer than effort. Men do not forget the woman who didn't fix it. They tell themselves they do. They move on. They replace her with someone more agreeable, more eager, more industrious. Someone who will patch the holes without being asked. Someone who mistakes effort for intimacy. And for a while, that works. The system runs again. The lights come back on, but the memory lingers, because for the first time, a woman refused to save him from the consequences of his own passivity. Men are
And see, I just hate how stupid this is. It's like so obvious. So you're trying to tell me a person who's passive and doesn't initiate emotional connectivity constantly finds people who do the labor for them. It's almost like that's a compatibility. Like, oh, I don't like to do it, you like to do it, and it
Right.
you
It's
want
a
to keep finding.
dynamic.
Why
The
wouldn't I keep
doing people pleasing person gonna
Yeah.
find the person who
Right.
don't do as much. It's just a dynamic thing.
Yeah, why wouldn't they go find another one? Like if you
This one stopped. I didn't
You
have the
stop being
tools to fix
compatible.
it.
right.
Right.
It's
I
so
don't
ridiculous.
have the tools.
My toy broke. I'm going to find a new toy that works the way I want it to work. Like it's not that
Especially
hard.
if they didn't have the tools, because obviously if they broke up,
Yeah.
they didn't have the tools. So
Yeah. And that's on both parts. Like, okay, y'all couldn't make it work. Y'all, it's two of y'all. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And whoever this person is, they're gonna find the exact same person. Because they stopped because the other person was, and they're gonna go right back to, like she said, you're gonna go right back to overdoing it. Carter don't drive in a car. Facts.
raised to believe that if something breaks, someone else will eventually repair it. Society trains them that way. Mothers manage emotional messes. Teachers soften feedback. Girlfriends translate feelings into instructions. Wives stabilize chaos. Men learn to
No
function
pimp
inside
would
a
give
world
this the
managed by
dude. No pimp would care this much about women's feelings and how important. I'm just saying. I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that women are. Women are as important as any people or any other being on this planet. But a nigga who was pimping would not even. This sounds weird on so many levels. Just from the presentation. Like if I was just watching a woman say this would be okay. This would be okay.
It's a bad brew. It's a bad brew. The imagery, then saying it was from a pimp, it makes
it
everything.
definitely, I already know. I know the algo game when I see it. It's algorithm game.
Like this is supposed to be okay. Like save y'all a clip, right? If y'all go watch the very first video on this channel,
Okay.
this is supposed to be from a man who got out of jail after serving time.
Oh, stop.
Okay.
Hold on, I ain't done. Married with a couple kids.
Okay.
Who's enlightening? This is supposed to be his second channel. He had a channel where he was talking to men, but the women wanted a channel.
Oh, okay. I see.
Mm.
Okay. So that's why they wouldn't show their face.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Well,
They just found some random video and they're just
yeah, that's why I'm like, this video clearly is not the person.
Absolutely not.
I don't know if I ever thought it was, but if there's women on that channel requesting it and they're like, here's my other channel, I don't think they care that
They don't.
visuals don't match. Anyway.
They don't.
They're like, oh, here's that channel we asked for, and he just like, this is the visual.
No, it's not division. I actually appreciate the running the one same video.
Yeah, because it's like,
and then just new audio over it. That's dope. The fact that they know that the fact that they believe this is a man, this is just.
But is this what you're saying is supposedly this is the story. It's a guy who had another channel, and this is just the channel he made because the women were requesting.
Yes.
So if that's the case, then I don't understand why you don't understand why they would think it's a guy, because they've already
Yeah, because if they came from the other channel, then they will be like, oh, it's a guy, right?
Because then the image, like you said, then the imagery doesn't even need to make sense. It could be
it's irrelevant.
Empty, you know what I'm
saying?
Okay.
That's why I'm just confused about why.
I am in no way addressing the imagery.
Right. So
you're
saying from the rhetoric,
right? I'm telling you, like his story and what he's saying, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like you saying, well, it doesn't match his lore.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like I ain't talking about the video.
Okay,
they're watching it. Right, they're not paying attention to this video. You're not actually watching this video, right? You're listening to this, right? So, like the idea of who this person is supposed to be, followed by what they're saying. I'm not even talking about the image.
Yeah, it's
The illusion.
It's
the illusion.
Effect. Yeah,
Right. It's the illusion. Right. It's what they're being told.
Well, now I get why it seems like they spend a lot of time around men if they were in jail. I was like, whoever this is talking has spent a lot of time talking to men in some capacity in which they're just.
Or a hoe.
No, I'm just saying, like, but even if it was someone who was in prison or like a man who spent a lot of time, like whoever it is, to me, they strike me as someone who just. There's very few instances where I think a person would just generally be around enough different men talking about, oh, this is what you've been through, Bliss, that would even be able to say some shit like this. Not to say it's right, but I'm just saying, like, oh, okay, a nigga in jail also, or prison also makes sense. Yeah. They ain't got nothing to do all day but talk and reminisce about shit. So, I mean, I'm not necessarily like, definitely got a skew. So,
yeah, it's definitely skewed.
They hate these niggas. I mean, that's what I don't know why he hate men so much, but I guess
because he got paid in prison.
I guess probably
because he ain't a damn he. That's
if
why.
I just bought the story of the one that Lord story,
like that.
I just like
right.
I might hate men too if I was in prison by the time I get out.
Yeah,
hate these niggas.
Or you're gay. Like that's it. Like or you're gay.
Maybe, yeah. They spend a lot of time with men, whoever this is. I don't know.
Okay.
Because they seem very sure in their assessment of how men think. That's why I
see. That's why it makes me still think it's a woman. Because like to be that short and to be that off makes me feel like you're not a dude.
So thank you.
But they went to prison, so I feel like they off.
Like it's possible. It's
pimps are also.
And I'm gonna say, Bree, that's not the environment to spark. And that's what I'm saying. That's not the environment to spark introspective about how they mistreated women. They're not going to come out of those conversations. They're going to be like, man, I heard that chick bent over the Bentley, nigga. And they're going to be like, ain't nobody finna leave that situation. Like, you know what? That was wrong. They criminals. They ain't finna leave jail with no introspective insight on the poor treatment of women. Because of the conversation they had. How did shit work?
Being certain and wrong for me is a very human trait. I think men and women are both very certain and very wrong, but being very certain and wrong about what men think is typically women, because men will tell you what they think. So they're never. I don't think men are very ever wrong about what men think because we're men. So to be wrong about what we think to me makes you're not us.
Like, I still feel like it fits for the Jason Wilson archetypes. You don't feel very wrong based off my experience and hearing them talk.
Yeah, but see, like, hear what you're saying. It meets a woman's understanding of those archetypes, which matches what I'm saying. It's a woman's understanding of those archetypes, not a man, because the Jason Wilson type would explain it like Jason Wilson.
Right.
It wouldn't explain it like Bree would understand. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the rhetoric matches a woman.
Yeah, that's why like or something like that to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. That's what I was saying. This don't even sound like the tone of somebody.
Yeah.
That's testicles. Okay, that's all.
This don't even sound like a panderer. Like that's what it doesn't sound like a male. It doesn't sound like a male panderer.
Right. Yeah. Right. This don't right. This don't even sound like this. Don't sound like an ace metaphor.
Yeah. Or
this sounds like this sounds like Keita Rose.
Yeah.
Female intervention. So, when you don't try to fix the connection, you interrupt a lifetime of conditioning. That interruption does something subtle but permanent. It forces him to associate loss with inaction, and that association burns. Men do not grow from being told what to do. They grow from consequences they cannot talk their way out of. This is why explanations are useless here. Ooh. Explaining why you pull.
Just got an alert. Come on, Bree. Just got an alert on my phone from Deadline. Love is Blind renewed for season 11 at Netflix.
Ooh, I'm on the vibes. Let's go. I got resynchronized recently.
You said you got what?
Universe. I got resynchronized with the universe recently. We on the roll.
Let's go.
So I'm gonna get $5,000 in a week. Shit, since we
there you go.
Debate, a loophole, a chance to argue semantics instead of confronting behavior. Silence denies him that luxury. And men hate silence because silence offers no handles. When you don't fix the connection,
I know they
you don't
lying.
give him a role to play. No villain.
And see, it's still saying
They want the silence, baby.
it depends. If we actually
silence
care,
and sandwich.
if we actually care, we don't want the silence. If we
Say
do
it.
not care, give me the silence.
I feel like I've just heard too many men say sex, silence, and sandwich.
Right.
They could care and
Yeah.
still want the silence.
No, I'm saying if we know that there's something
Oh,
wrong.
this type of silence? Oh, okay.
Yeah, if we know that there's something wrong and there's silence, and
Yeah.
we care that there's something wrong,
They
we don't
gonna
want silence.
bridge the gap. Yeah.
We want the silence when you should know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. We want silence of peace, and not silence of she might go find
Yeah,
my.
not just not just complete shutdown.
She might hit the safe code for the gun. I might not wake up. I don't know.
Right. She got the silence
Yeah.
on.
We want the exactly. We want the silence, not the silencer. Yeah, we want to know that everything's okay. Shoot, boy, yeah.
Oh, that just pissed me off. You know, when Yella was like, I heard that and it just made me want to, like, I had to, yeah, that pisses me off. But that's
What,
okay.
silencer? What? Which one?
Just
Which
we
one?
want
What
the
he say?
silence that results from everything is okay. That doesn't fucking exist.
It does. It does. That's
you
when
had
you get
it?
no
Have you
mail.
experienced
That's
it?
that's
Have you
the day you
experienced
get no
it?
mail.
Have you ever
That's the
experienced
day you
it?
get no mail. Have
you
you
ever
ever had a day where you get
Have
nothing
you
in
ever
the mail?
experienced it?
Have you?
Have you ever
Yes.
experienced
I've
it?
yes.
He
I've
said
experienced
silence,
it.
not peace,
Yes.
not no
Yes.
conflict.
Silence.
That's not
It's the
silent.
equivalent.
That's
It is
not the
the
same.
equivalent of
That's
getting
not the
nothing in the
same.
mail.
That's not the same.
It is the equivalent
No
of walking
conflict does
outside
not
and
mean
hearing no
silence.
wind.
Exactly. But nobody
Right.
ever experienced it, right?
Right.
Oh, okay.
What do you
Does it
mean nobody
exist?
ever
I
experienced
understand
it?
what y'all
Yes,
saying, but it don't
It
exist.
does. It
Oh,
does.
okay.
It does. It's when you go out and start your car and it sounds the same way it sounded yesterday and the day before.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. He said
Right,
silence.
okay.
I'm just telling you how we hear it. I'm telling you how
Right.
we
So
hear
if-
it.
so
I'm
if
not
you
telling
go
you
out-
what you said.
Right.
So you don't have to explain it to me a new way. I understand what you're saying. I'm telling you what we hear when you say it.
Right.
What do you hear when what did you-
Silence, like nothing.
Shut up.
Literally like nothing.
Like shut up.
No
So you've
conversation.
never, when
nothing.
everything's okay, you've never been quiet. Like so, if
Like
everything's
nothing,
okay,
no
you're
conversation,
nonstop.
nothing, not even small talk.
So that's what I'm asking. I'm asking you right now. I'm asking Brie. So when everything's okay, you are nonstop chatter. Like you never
Yeah,
shut
we
up
still gonna talk.
the whole time. You just never shut up. Like it's never.
No,
your mouth
I'm
is
not
never
talking
closed.
about moments of silence. He's saying silence that results from everything's okay.
So
I'm
then
not
what-
saying literally like you never are quiet in between, but when we
So-
hear
so
that,
then what are you
when we
hearing? So
hear
what are you hearing then?
silence, we hear don't talk to me.
Okay.
Don't converse, no small talk, nothing. That's what we
That's
hear.
what you. That's what you heard.
That's what we hear. That's all I'm trying to communicate to y'all. I'm not telling y'all what y'all saying. That's
Oh
what
my
we just like
God.
because when they say sex, silence, and
Yeah.
sandwich, that's what we hear.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily
under-
saying we're right in
I
our
understand.
interpretation because most of them aren't going to go into more details to explain what they mean. Like, oh, I just mean like it's calm.
I will say
Everything's
this.
okay. So don't talk.
Everything's okay. That's what I'm saying. But that's what
Y'all are right in y'all interpretation when niggas say sex, silence, and sandwich. Y'all are 100% right in that interpretation. I'm actually say that because I hate that phrase. Because the only niggas that say that are the niggas that do want you to just have sex with them, feed
right.
them,
And that's like
shut up
majority
and don't
of
bother.
them. So that's why I'm
Right.
like, it's not weird that if I see that I am going to
That's
interpret it that
not
way.
majority of them.
Oh, okay.
That's not
Dang.
right. That's not majority of them.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you dealing with a certain archetype, that's going to be
Yeah.
a majority of that archetype.
The
Right.
That's what Brie
typical
goes for. Gotcha.
every
That's what Brie
band
goes for.
Right.
traditional
That's what
Right.
archetype
Right.
is
Right.
to me, in my experience.
Yeah.
Right.
Men.
Brie goes for the sex, silence, sandwich type. Gotcha.
Right. Right. So if that's what you're going for, I'm gonna need you to kind of like come to terms with the terms of service that you are agreeing to. Like you're checking the box. Right. So if you know that type of man prefers that level of silence, if that's what you want, that's the level of silence you sign up for. That's also, you know what I'm saying? That's because there's also a level of silence that I'm not the most traditional man, but when I'm explaining my level of silence, that's, hey, if ain't nothing wrong, let's not make nothing wrong. Like no
Yeah,
news could
that's
be good
normal.
news.
Right.
Right. So if you ask me what you got going on and I say nothing, just let it be nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think
There's
that's
also
different. That's
still-
what I mean. If you say nothing
Right.
or it's just like nothing going, we're
Right.
not starting, don't start, it won't be nothing. All that's different. But when you
That
say
won't be
silence,
nothing.
it
Right.
automatically is gonna go to sex silence sandwich. With most women here,
Right.
because we hear that phrase, we've heard that phrase so
Mhm.
much. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It's just silence. I explained that this was my trigger, so I'm not
I
saying
got you. And I agree. That's what I'm
that
saying.
that's
When you-
exactly
when-
what he meant.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you
No,
know.
when
he
you
is.
say
I was
that-
just asking what you
Yeah.
heard. That's why I said specifically. What did you hear? That's you hear is don't
Yeah.
talk to me.
Shut your
Yeah.
ass up.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
To the corner with you, woman.
That's funny.
Right.
To your quarters.
You got
To
nothing
your
to say.
quarters.
You got nothing to say.
That's crazy.
Nah, yeah, that's
Okay.
why. That's why I do be on there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Now that's
I get it.
but that makes sense. Over the last 6 years, I've never understood why there was such a strong reaction to that. But if
I didn't
that's
like
what
it.
women are hearing, then it makes sense.
Shit, I didn't like it either. So yeah, it used to land on me sitting up there with the dudes like, why are y'all talking like that? That's crazy.
I just thought to me it was just a stupid I'm trying to be machismo type energy. I didn't take that seriously because the people that say it I didn't take seriously. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's how I
Yeah,
threw
I
it
mean,
away.
yeah.
I didn't. So when I see people that I don't take seriously because of that thing in your nature, like if I do this and everybody does this, my assumption is that everybody knows to not take these people seriously.
Yeah,
Like,
I wish
you
it
know
was
what I'm
just the goofies on the internet that are proving they're idiots that I've only heard say it.
Yeah. I just don't understand. Like there's no part of me having dealt with women since I was a child that would think that I would marry one and think that there'd be no chatter. You know what I'm saying? Like just go shut up and be in the. I just don't even understand that. I've only seen that like really never, but it was like really old people, like super old. Like they all gone now. Like that generation all gone.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's more of a traditional. I would say like millennial up, like older millennial up. I don't think the younger guys are that way at all.
Yeah. Like,
That's why when I say traditional, it's also dying out with the older generations.
Mm-hmm. Probably not a mental challenge.
Nah, I don't even think it's the young. These young dudes ain't that way. Unless they brainwashed into red pill shit. But I'm just saying, just generally speaking, they're not that way. It's definitely an older guy thing. 40 and up, typically.
That's crazy.
One, no hero, no misunderstood genius. Just a man standing in front of the results of his choices. This is why some men suddenly become sentimental when women stop repairing.
First of all, that's not his choice. You chose to withdraw. That's not the consequence of his choice. That's the consequence of your choice. Like, I hate the framing on this.
They reminisce. They reference inside jokes. They recall early moments of closeness. This is not nostalgia. It's bargaining. He's trying to resurrect a version of you that was easier to manage. Men understand power.
No, he's trying to remind you of the person he thought he got into a relationship with.
He's like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Come back.
Yesterday, everything was okay. Today it's like, like, what happened to yesterday? Like, what happened?
He's like, Rose on that little thing trying to yell at the light bulb, come back.
Right, I done been getting stonewalled for the last 72 hours. What is happening right now?
But okay, but realistically, like realistically speaking, if it wasn't like on this, if you were and you was just like suddenly they just fall back. Maybe they don't go full silence, monk silence, but they just like clearly fell back. What would you just watch them for a while? Would you just like how you typically are? How do you think you would respond?
No, if it's not a drastic, I wouldn't respond drastic to anything that's not drastic. So I'd be like, hey, I noticed you don't do such and such anymore as much as you used to. Like, is everything okay? Or you don't like this, or
you would inquire.
Yeah, I would inquire.
What about you, Yella?
Yeah, I'm calling that shit out the second I feel it.
You good? I could just see Yella.
Good mud.
Right. He said, "Kill a jack in the water. She collected souls." Oh God.
Right. You good, mud?
I know. I can see Yella being like, You were not gonna say it with a smile. You gonna close that cabinet. You good?
Oh yeah.
What's to you?
Trying to turn up. That's what he basically trying to turn up.
As soon as I hear that
Is we
first,
cool? Is
Right.
we cool?
Is we
Is we
cool?
you good in there? You good?
Trying to fight because I go in at 4. It's only 12.
Right. Oh, bring.
Toxic.
I already know he hit that on the shoulder.
Shut your ass up.
Toxic.
Shut your ass
Toxic. Toxic. Toxic.
You know how many? Hey, I'm gonna be in later on.
I'm feeling later on.
I think the normal response is to inquire, whatever your brand of inquiry is. I think that would be the normal response.
Mm-hmm.
To then say nothing as well is crazy to me. But I know some people do. The avoiders will go toe for toe.
Avoiders for real. But I also, it's like, if it's something that is not that, because see, this assumes that whatever the behavior was important to both people.
Yeah. Exactly.
So some things, when they stop, it's not important enough for me to inquire. I've had it happen with y'all. Like, y'all might stop or start something. It doesn't matter enough to me to inquire because it didn't seem essential to who you are or our dynamic. But then there's certain things I was like, hey man, I know you ain't played the game in a while. Or like, I know you ain't reacted to Kendra G in a minute. Like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? I fell off of that. Yeah. So I mean, sometimes it'd be like such a part of their identity that you'll ask, and sometimes it's like,
maybe they own something else today.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Especially women.
Yeah.
Instinctively, they may pretend not to, but they know exactly when it shifts. When you stop fixing, the power shifts quietly. No confrontation, no drama, just absence. Absence is terrifying because it can't be negotiated with. You'll notice something else if you watch closely. Men who lose women this way rarely insult them directly. They don't call them crazy or difficult. Instead, they frame them as closed off or emotional.
You're telling them to withdraw. Yes, they're closed off and emotionally unavailable. Like, what are we doing? We're saying absence and withdrawal. They'll frame them as closed off. You closed off. Like, you literally. Like, am I crazy?
No. I just want to do that.
Listen, stop showing up for them, and they'll try to pin you as being not fair. They'll say you're absent. Yes, you're not on premises. You're not present, but they'll try to call you absent. You won't be there on time, but they'll try to call you tardy. Like, what? Like, what?
Ooh, that's funny.
Yes, you'll have a child in utero, but they'll try to call you pregnant. Don't let them get away with this framing.
Unavailable. These labels are defensive. They protect the man from asking a more dangerous question. What if she was available and I didn't step up? That question is lethal to ego. So they rewrite the story. Women who don't fix connections become villains.
Wait a minute, it had the yellow mic. Yellow mic, let's go. It had the yellow mic.
What if she was available and I didn't step up? That question is lethal to ego. So they rewrite the story. Women who don't fix connections become villains.
It was just one random yell
because they did harm.
Like, it was just that part, and he went back to the
So they rewrite the story. This is Jesus Christ. God, why? Why?
Oh my God.
One line gets so
That was
loud.
hilarious. Oh my God.
Why did
So
they
rewrite the story.
It felt like Cody
Like
Rhodes.
Where is she?
Where's Rachel Dawn? Joker, you're trying to rewrite the story.
Oh my God.
How do you know her name? This is Batman.
Batman gives relationship advice.
Oh God.
Would it hit just as hard?
I mean,
if Batman was a feminist podcast.
are we dead? Can we trust him?
But being that person.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
What is wrong with this person, man? What is wrong?
the bat who allies.
The bat who sees me.
The bat who holds space.
Oh my
Oh
god.
God. Oh.
Man, whole time he's just talking about Joker. Just talking about Joker.
What it is.
The whole time you just talking about Joker.
Empathetic.
Oh yeah, he fights crime with the silent treatment.
Yeah, that's why they used the light. They did the bat signal. There's no sound. It's just
no, he ain't gonna come
He just
otherwise.
stonewalls his enemies and midget.
he just
That was so random.
stands on a roof leering at people judgingly.
The bad part is there is a storyline with the Batman where he does disengage with the Joker. Like he disengaged from fighting the Joker and it drives the Joker crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So this might be Bruce Wayne. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's Bruce.
Why aren't you punching me, Batman? You weren't punching me.
No.
Punch me like you used to. No.
Remember when you used to throw me in the acid? Remember that?
Take me to Arkham at least. Come on, take me to Arkham.
Come on, right? Look, here you go. You can take me to Arkham.
I won't break out this time.
I promise I'll break out. No, that's what I'm saying. I promise I'll break out. I'm honest.
This is so stupid. that yell, man, that was crazy.
But because they refuse to absorb harm, there's a cruel irony here. The men who benefit most from women fixing connections are often the same men who claim to want peace. What they mean is they want quiet labor performed invisibly. Peace to them is a woman cleaning emotional spills before they stain anything important. When you stop doing that, the mess becomes visible, and visibility feels like attack to men who depend on invisibility to function. This is where respect enters the picture. Men respect women who don't fix connections because those women don't overfunction. They don't chase equilibrium. They don't negotiate with imbalance. They don't fear endings. Men may not like these women, but they register them, and men remember what they respect far longer than what they enjoy. A woman who fixes the
I promise can't be a dude, man.
I would say this has to be a woman.
It has to be. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, it got to be a woman.
Right. Because it's very much both. Like men remember who we respect and what we enjoy. Like we encompass all of that for us.
Yeah, peace is a lack of problems to solve. I think that's the point. Like,
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was saying earlier. Like, which, like, I don't know. Like, maybe if it's just two adults together, I can see kind of this idea of peace. But sometimes the main people I hear talking about peace are the people who choose the most not peaceful ass. Like, I don't mean full of conflict.
Yeah.
I just mean like
Yeah.
you got 3 kids under 5. Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
And you don't make enough money to take care of everybody and feed them.
Right. Like,
I get it, but it's like why I feel like the assumptions or the conclusions that are drawn here are strictly feminine conclusions.
Yeah.
Like that's why I thought it was a woman, because like the peace here, Greg is right from a man's perspective what peace is, but the person assumes that they are doing a lot of labor to create the peace that the man is experiencing as no problems to solve. Only a woman would perceive that.
yeah, putting out those little fires to make your life run smooth enough so you feel like you have peace is actually a mental load. I wouldn't say emotional, but like there's a mental load to that, to feel like your everything's running smooth, everything's peace. It's a fucking lot. It's a lot of work.
But only a woman will perceive that
Yeah.
because a dude is only going to perceive the peace.
Right. That's why I was like, yeah, this is probably a woman.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right. And then like peace could also be not being the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Right.
definitely
Like,
contribute to that yourself. You can also be part of the piece.
Yeah.
Right. And I
That's
think that's a lot of what be getting pushed back on. And that's weird. Like
Yes.
like there's a pushback on not being a problem for a man.
Yeah.
Like not
And
outwardly producing problems.
And I think that goes back to the gender language. So like when Bree said what she heard from men, I think it's the same thing here. So when men are saying, I want peace, there's a lack of problems to solve. Like there are things that are beyond my control that are going to be problems in my life. But they're not going to disturb my peace because they're beyond my control. So I can sit and play my game and have a beer or watch a TV show because I'm not going to be able to change the gas prices.
Right.
So because the gas is so high, you might come and start complaining about the gas prices and you got to fill up your mom's tank because she ain't got enough money for like, so you're bringing extra things that don't have to be, they don't have to happen. But because of your relationship management and whatever regulation and stuff, it starts to cause problems in the logistical part where I have to overextend because you feel like you need to overextend to take care of other people, other families, other households. We got to do this. We're going to carpool with it. It's like their peace will get disturbed for legitimate reasons. But it's like, why can't you just do less sometimes to allow me to just sit in whatever situation we're in? So you shouldn't be a problem. And then when I don't respond well to you bringing these logistical problems, then it becomes an emotional problem because I'm not listening or I'm not attentive or I'm not responsive, whatever. That's the piece we're talking about. But the women here, the other thing, everything's got to be perfect and I've got to handle everything. No, you don't. That's the overextension. We're telling you to stop. We're telling you to chill.
Right.
Like fall back.
And I do hear, yeah. And I think that's kind of like what I think it is too. And that's why I think sometimes some stuff is deemed overextension. Social stuff, I totally get. Some stuff is deemed overextensions. But they're not.
Like what? Give me an example.
Like sometimes, like it's hard to explain and try to articulate it. Like for a village to run smooth, I'm just thinking more of like a person who has family. I can't really speak to just like a man and a woman together who doing the most. But a lot of times when you have kids, if you have that village or that other support, that because you don't really do it alone. You don't really do it alone. Some people have to, but you don't. So it's like those relationships that also enable that piece of like you don't have to necessarily jump in and do everything is a result of sometimes those what you see as inconveniences or overextensions. Or I take on that burden of dealing with your family who feel like this is your responsibility. So I'm dealing with them because you've established this dynamic with them before me. But now that I'm here, I'm the middle person to mitigate some of that because it's an annoyance to you. That's your mama though, but she annoys you. Right. But now because I'm a woman, maybe you feel like we could relate better. Maybe I talk to her. Maybe I do logistics with her, so you don't have to talk to her. You know what I mean? So sometimes behind a lot of that, you're smoothing things over. You're making things more efficient. It's not necessarily social lubing. We do take on a lot of that, and that's what gives the perception of, oh, I could just be I could chill over here after a hard day work. It's still gonna move. Stuff still gonna get done. There is a lot of work behind it sometimes.
Yes, there is. And that's the part that does need to be acknowledged. There is a lot of social lubing that women do, and they absolutely deserve the credit and acknowledgement for that. However, there are also boundaries that need to be applied sometimes. Even if that's your mother, I need you to handle it. That's not you disturbing my peace. That's me taking responsibility for my own familial relationships and dynamics.
Right. But that's often perceived as disturbing their peace if you've taken it on at any point.
Okay, now wait again.
I can't do it.
Now, if you've taken it on,
if you took it on, right? That's what I mean. Like if you took it on and you're like, okay, I'm overextended. I'm gonna need you to take that. Oh, now you're disturbing my peace.
Right. Yes. But then it would be.
Right.
But then it would be. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So that's what a lot of times is like a lot of offloading because of
Yes.
people's need to perform, especially in the beginning phase. Oh, I have to perform. I need to prove that I can, you know. And then if you're like, oh, I can't actually handle all this, now the piece is deserved. So that's what I'm saying. That whole idea of peace, it's like,
peace
an
has to be
adult
established
fucking
from the
sucks,
beginning.
bro.
Yeah,
like
no,
like,
it is. Yeah, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna have, and it's like having peace does not mean a life without problems.
right.
Means,
That's what like that
Yella
whole.
said, you don't add additional problems, and it's also when there are outside problems, like you don't exacerbate them. Those outside problems with, I don't even know what to call it, but it's
compounded.
You don't
right.
compound it with. Your sister's car breaks down at 1 a.m. in the winter, getting out of bed to go fix it. That's my part. Yeah. And see, so some of that stuff, it depends, and it depends on the sister. See, my sister was a knucklehead. So if she's out there 1 a.m., you better leave her out there. Tell her to call AAA because she was out drinking. She didn't need to be out drinking. Like, don't make other people's poor choices my problems. They're legit things. They're legit things that I should take on as part of the village. But I think we have some poor villagers that we do too much for. I guess is a better way of saying that.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, that whole balance of pieces is really hard sometimes in real life. So people who, and a lot of people who are realistic about the nature of adult life, family, blah blah, they don't even be talking about peace like that. Like, bro, whatever. I do not ever wake up and be like, it's gonna be a peaceful day. Boy, please, the cat I'm gonna wake up to shit on the couch, or I have fucking hairball. He done ate the plant halfway off. Somebody gonna wake up nauseous. Like, it's always fucking problems to solve.
Yeah, no. When you have little kids, like peace just means, I think peace has to not have your own
catastrophes.
Because and even that you can't help. Like, you might have to go to the ER. I think for me, that's what I said. Peace is not too many things that are out of control. Like, that's like should be the regular. Like, it can't be like nobody talking to me. Like, that's crazy. And nobody talk to me. But I've heard that. I've listened to Deloney. I've listened to enough women. People really expect their kids or the wife to not talk to them for long stretches after they get off of work. I worked hard. I worked 8 hours.
I need to decompress.
I need to decompress for 6 hours.
That's right.
Yeah. So I'm with that. And Grace got the kind of traditional model. She says it's important. I do it. Yeah, that's.
And see, that's
the way.
That's a lot of offload. That in itself is a big offload. And I don't think some people realize how much of an offload that is.
Yeah.
Mental, just like you pay attention to everything and come get me when it's time for me to do the thing. Like, that's a lot of fucking mental work.
I mean, that's a lot of mental work, but then that's also offloading the real work. So that's what I'm saying. We have to, at some point, the people that are adults in a relationship have to take on some part of the adult part of the relationship, whether that's the mental part or the execution part. Like, do you want the cognitive piece or do you want the execution piece? Like, or we're gonna split every single thing.
But I mean, if you do it super traditional, it can work. You have the cognitive space, But like, once again, a lot of this, like, if I'm working, you're working, I cannot actually manage all the mental load. And I just do know a lot of men don't switch over, even when that's the case.
That's fair.
Don't switch over.
That's true. I'll agree to that. No, I completely agree to that. Most dudes, number one, we're not good at it. We're not taught how to do it. And then by the time we're expected to do it, we're just going to tap out. It's easier to just pretend that it's something we don't do, something we don't want.
Right. You're better at it than me. I'm actually not. I be forgetting a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I'm actually not.
The truth is, I'm not even trying to be funny. If we tapped in, a lot of times we're better at it anyway.
Yeah, I'm like, please come do this shit. Yeah. You're really good at it.
Yeah. The organization part, we're just a lot of times, just better at organization.
Actually managing our emotions.
It's a lot of shit that I like. My husband does better than me. I wish he would do that shit all the time. Do it. Keep doing it. Why you just come do it when you feel like every so many months? Just do it all the time.
We be feeling stupid. And
but if you
let the feelings take
do it well, and I'm like, you were better at this than me. Do that shit every month.
Yeah.
Never stop.
It sounds cute. It sounds cute. You gotta do it.
Yeah, never stop. Please. You can do it every time. I don't want to do it. Why you stop?
Nah, I look stupid doing this. I feel stupid doing this.
Exactly.
Connection becomes a utility. A woman who doesn't becomes a reference point. Years later, when a man finds himself in another relationship, repeating the same patterns, That memory surfaces. The woman who didn't rescue him. The one who let the silence stretch until it told the truth. He won't say her name out loud, but she recalibrates him. This is why restraint is more powerful than effort. Effort flatters, restraint unsettles. Mrs. told the truth, didn't rescue him. The one who let the silence stretch until it told the truth. He won't say her name out loud, but she recalibrates him. This is why restraint is more powerful than effort. Effort flatters, restraint unsettles. Men can exploit effort. They cannot exploit absence. Now let's be precise. Not fixing the connection is not coldness. It's accuracy. Coldness is disengagement without awareness. Accuracy is disengagement with clarity.
Okay, transparency and vulnerability.
It's so stupid.
It's sad.
So stupid.
You're not being vulnerable, you're being transparent.
Right. Yeah. Only thing you're saying, your intention is different.
Yeah, your intention is different.
Yeah. You're aware of the reason you're leaving. You're not just ghosting because of your cowardice or something. You're ghosting because like you're not getting what you need out of a relationship. And that's fine.
Right.
It'd be better to speak up on it, but you know. It's so stupid.
Put the mask on. Go rogue.
Then it said like it will recalibrate the dude, but then it says also that they would have a pattern of those type of you're gonna find somebody the exact same pattern. Well, then how are they recalibrated?
You just don't remember you. Maybe.
Yeah.
That don't mean he'll recalibrate.
I mean, validating bad intention. This is stupid.
You're not punishing him. You're not teaching him a lesson. You're allowing reality.
You're not teaching him a lesson, but you're recalibrating him. But you're allowing reality
to complete its sentence. Men often accuse women of giving up too easily when they stop fixing. This accusation is revealing. It assumes the woman was responsible for keeping something alive that he was passively consuming. That's not a relationship. That's maintenance. When you stop fixing the connection, you stop confusing maintenance with intimacy. Men who are capable of intimacy respond to this. They don't wait. They don't sulk. They don't punish. They step forward. Men who aren't capable disappear or linger uselessly. Both outcomes save you time. Time is the only resource men and women both pretend they have plenty of. Here's the uncomfortable truth that most dating advice avoids. Many connections only exist because women keep them alive. Remove the woman's effort and there's nothing underneath. That doesn't make you cruel. It makes you honest. And honesty is efficient. This is why women who stop fixing connections often experience a strange calm. Anxiety drops. Rumination fades. The nervous system relaxes. Because deep down, you're no longer fighting gravity. You let the thing fall. Men feel this calm too, but it registers as loss. They confuse peace with abandonment because they've never earned peace.
Okay, now they confuse peace with abandonment, but they want peace.
Yeah,
So
they want peace.
Abandonment.
But peace is abandonment. Yeah, it's definitely a woman.
Whew, Jesus Christ.
Because that's why sometimes like I get with the man's that when we hear peace silence, it's like, oh, okay. I gotta be like, fuck you. Like you want me peace? I'm going to abandon you. I have to disappear.
That's crazy.
So I'm just saying like that. I'm like, yeah, this is definitely a woman because that's why I'm always like, it's so ridiculous to ask for peace and silence in a relationship.
Yeah, because the way
and I just is like because of the way we we hear it. So
even though peace has a definition, peace means abandonment, and silence means to never talk ever, even though you're a human.
Right.
Everybody is
right.
Not that us poor creatures who are alexithymic are just having poor articulation of our feelings when we say some of these things. No, it never couldn't be that. But when we say peace, we must mean abandonment. Like we don't want you around at all. And silence means
I would have to abandon you to give you what I interpret peace to be,
which is crazy. Which means y'all don't know what peace is, but that's cool.
I don't know peace. She don't know me. I ain't never had her.
I know. I respect it. I respect it.
What is that?
Through mutual effort. They don't miss you fixing the connection. They miss not having to. This is why men sometimes reappear months later, not with accountability, with nostalgia. A hey, just thinking about you. a temperature check. They're testing whether you'll resume your old job. Women who respond politely but do not.
But earlier you said that wasn't nostalgia. I mean, you said okay.
It's like don't. You said they'll try to reach out. That's just nostalgia. Don't give it. That's what's wrong when they said that.
Earlier they said it wasn't nostalgia. It's an attempt to manipulate. And now they're saying it is nostalgia.
They'll have what they feel is nostalgia, but it's an attempt to reconnect.
Oh God.
Age confuse men deeply because politeness without effort is unfamiliar territory. Men understand rejection. They don't understand neutrality. Neutrality offers no leverage. Now let's talk about women who are afraid to stop fixing, afraid that if they don't intervene, everything will end. Yes, some things will end.
But men don't understand neutrality.
Binary people don't understand neutrality.
But wouldn't they have had to been neutral to offer you nothing? They've been neutralized. Like the thoughts, man. There's no thought here. That's what
I
gets
feel like binary don't understand neutrality in general. I don't think that's once again, not gendered to me. Anybody who thinks in the binary don't understand neutrality.
Yeah, you're right.
Those things were already ending. You were just slowing the process. The fear is not of loss. It's of exposure. Exposure to the truth that you were doing more than your share. Once you see that clearly, you can't unsee it. This is where power consolidates. Not because you dominate him, but because you stop abandoning yourself to preserve access.
So you stop giving yourself peace, because abandonment is peace. So you stop abandoning yourself. So you stop giving yourself peace. Okay. So you stopped allowing. See, that makes sense though. You stopped allowing yourself to have peace in this relationship. You got yourself worked up. You got yourself worked up, and now you have to withdraw because you got yourself worked up. About to stay.
Don't see it, then you'll be at peace.
Mm-hmm. This is crazy.
Sense this self-containment immediately. They may not articulate it, but they feel it. And men treat women differently when they sense they cannot be manipulated by urgency. Urgency is leverage. Calm is authority. This is why men rush women who fix connections and move carefully around women who don't. The latter are not predictable. And unpredictability, when grounded in self-respect, is intimidating. This entire dynamic has nothing to do with games. Games require constant adjustment. This is simpler. You remove yourself from a role that never belonged to you. Men who deserve connection don't require fixing. They participate in repair. Men who require fixing require supervision. And women are not rehabilitation centers. This is the line most women cross without realizing.
They're gonna go to prison. They can go to prison.
Well, how did it was never allegedly it was never even about fixing. This was never about even fixing the person.
Yeah, this is just supposed to be information.
Yeah,
you're supposed to be gathering information from this.
You're not receiving reciprocity. Yeah, and somebody who can be reciprocal will be reciprocal. So you pulling back wasn't fixing them.
Yeah.
That's not
why. I don't think we even need to go into what's going to happen after they leave, because the whole point was for you to have information about the person.
This is just
confuse compassion with obligation, understanding with tolerance, patience with permission. When you stop fixing the connection, you withdraw permission. Men either rise or retreat. Both are clarifying. I'll say this one last time because it matters. Not fixing the connection is not an act of aggression. It's an act of discernment.
And see, even that part, they either rise or retreat, which negates the part where she said sometimes the women feel the absence with the stepping back into that role because they get uncomfortable. So they might not have this opportunity to rise or retreat because she has re-engaged. So it's like they can't even stick to their own scripts. Right. Yeah, you can't even stick to your own script.
What obligations come with relationships? I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, for me, it's mutual respect and communication, like a willingness to communicate through tough emotions. Like that's, if you respect me enough to and are able to communicate those tough feelings, man, there's nothing. I mean, everything else is.
Yeah, I feel like that's bare minimum, but
that's obligation.
I don't think everybody. Yeah, I don't think everybody. Shit, these days I'll say I don't know.
Yeah,
fucking.
That's what I feel is owed to me, like respect I'm owe respect as a human being.
Monogamy and a little bit of communication.
Yeah, and I would say honesty. Like honesty, those three. Yeah, honesty.
Yep.
There's no point in communicating if it's not honest.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, honest communication.
A lot of obligations on both sides. You can feel that way.
Now there's a lot of wants. Now there's a lot of things.
There's a lot of desires. Would be nice.
But there's a lot of family obligations, but relationships.
Yeah.
There's no obligations in relationships. That's why getting married is different. That's why getting married is being married and not in a relationship. There's obligations in marriage. For sure.
Yeah. Now I would say, like, on a relationship, there's obligations that come with it, like as a default. Those are the three I'm speaking to, like the honesty, communication. I guess I'll throw effort in there and respect, because that's for me that effort should be implied, but okay, let's say it's not. So honesty, effort, communication, and respect. Now, if you agree to more as a part of the relationship, and you put your word to that, those will become additional obligations. Mm-hmm. But I think everything beyond those four are negotiated obligations. Like, right. I'm always check on your mom or something, whatever it is. Know how small it is. Like, this booty, you get that can be a negotiated obligation too. Because, like, again, what if like somebody has cancer? They don't feel like it. It's still an obligation. So I mean, it has to be a negotiated. I think the other stuff is not automatically owed. The rest of the stuff is like negotiated at some level.
Yeah, that's why I said. Yeah, that's why I said monogamy, and not so much like sexual obligation. Mm-hmm. You can be non-monogamous and cheat on another way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. I'm with you on that. And see, my thing, I'm just being very specific about the word obligation. I think the rest of the stuff is what I'm going to offer to you. It's not an obligation, but I'm going to maybe oblige myself to it. Like it's going to be an offer. It's like a gift. I'm going to give you I'm going to give you more effort and more of anything than I am my family. But it's going to be an offer. I'm not obliged to do it. Like there's no debt that's owed. So I'm being like super particular about my word choice, but it will be an offer. It will be a gift of the time and the intention, all of that stuff.
You are not testing him. You are observing him without interference. Observation is the most ruthless position you can take. If this video unsettled you, good. That means something you recognized was needed. If it clarifies something you felt but couldn't articulate,
that's called unrealistic.
If you want help learning how to stop
holding the 2026 models to a higher standard.
Girl, I understand you, baby. Yeah, you might be on top of Mount Everest.
Yeah, you want them fiberglass bodies to withstand the impact of them Broham, old Broham big boxy metal car.
Big box Chevy. Yeah.
They can't withstand no impact. Can't take no bumps. The whole engine will just fall out.
Silence without chasing reassurance. How to recognize when a connection is mutual versus managed. I offer one-on-one coaching. It's pinned in the comment section.
All right, we back to
Here we go. We put it in.
Yeah.
Well, I have a
watch
party.
Stop it here.
Yeah, because I got to go to a watch party.
Let's go.
I'm going to be watching IWTV on Twitch.
Let's go. Like you did say,
hold on, wait.
It's coming. It's coming soon. It's coming soon.
We rewatched the last season leading up to the new season. Yeah. So we've been watching season 2 leading up to season 3.
So Claudia 2.
When season 3 come out?
June 7th.
Oh, we in that thing.
Yeah, so we're trying to finish it before, and we ain't got enough Sundays. So we're going to pop up today, do 2 episodes on Sunday.
They dropping all the episodes they want?
No. They don't do that. They're not on it. It doesn't premiere on Netflix.
Yeah. Oh, it's on
AMC. Yeah.
Right.
It is doing that weekly watch along. Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, we about to watch episode 3.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it for you run out, Bree. What's any final insights you want to offer us, without insulting men as a whole?
Well, I do actually agree. I think the advice,
Just call them out.
right? I think the advice can work. I think from the perspective of sometimes you got to fall back, see what you're dealing with. I don't really care what happens after that, but I do think gathering information based off the reality of what's going on and not ideals is always going to be useful. So yeah, I kind of do think it's okay. Don't be the one maintaining all the connection.
That's fair. I will say, in what Bree is saying, I agree to. Sometimes it's like the red pill. I think Greg said it's like the red pill, because sometimes the anger will get you to make the right choice for the wrong reason. So you'll make the right choice of like to leave somebody alone. It might be for the wrong reason, but you'll hopefully have time to calm down and find the right reason after you made the right decision. I'm with that. What about you, Yella?
Okay. Yep. Great.
Yep.
Good talk.
Good talk.
All right.
Again, well, everybody, man, appreciate you. All right, Bree. Close out.
What I mean. I feel like I missed something.
We're just trying to get your final thoughts on the subject.
Yeah. I'm glad this woman's getting this out of her system, cosplaying as a man, and she'll never get to be from behind the AI voice changer. I'm glad she's getting to fulfill all her penis envy dreams. We all can't be the pimp. Sometimes we got to be the hoe, baby, and that's what your destiny took you to.
I'm not a dude disguised as a dude, dressed as a not a dude.
I'm not a dude disguised as maybe not a dude. Definitely don't talk like a dude.
For real. Yella comes out begging. Always, man. Yella's favorite pastime.
All I'm saying is, historically, we've acknowledged that critically drinking is a place that always comes back to butt stuff. So it's only on brand.
Every single time. But yeah, now that was an interesting thing. Bria shared that she had never finished it, but I thought it was interesting, and I do agree with her that you can get to the right place. You can start out the wrong way, still end up in the right place. So you could be just angry enough or disappointed enough or hurt enough to leave a situation or withdraw your energy, which can be the right decision, even if she gave the wrong rationale for it. But you can come around and take accountability for the part that you play to learn not to do that in advance, to not get so situationship, to not over-invest in relationships that with partners who aren't willing to give you equal value. Because there's a value exchange, and they don't value what you necessarily offer the same way, and you don't value what they offer. And sometimes you got to negotiate, and sometimes people don't want to speak up on that. So yeah, it's crazy. Why can't always be the pimp? Sometimes she gonna peg you. Why is your background a headboard? Yeah. Sometimes got to pound the headboard, man.
That is the back of the seat, sir. That is a boost seat, you freaking McNasty. Look at you.
You can't help itself, man. You can't help
it. Yep, subconscious telling on yourself. That's what it is.
But I love it, man. So again, appreciate you, Greg, for spending time with us. Appreciate the Cash App. Nova, appreciate you. Lauren, appreciate you. Debate, appreciate you for popping through real quick. Bo Johnson came through, man. Appreciate you too, man.
Hello.
Yeah. So shout out to everybody that passed through, man. Don't know what back on. I need to press. I switched carriers. I switched mobile internet carriers. So I need to find a way to stress test it. I didn't seem to be cutting out. Nobody said anything was happening with the video. It seemed to be playing smooth, but I've been having a problem with the gaming side of it. So I still got to test Twitch. So YouTube worked. I got to test Twitch. I had a bad word in the title, so didn't get to test it today. Don't gaslight me, you kinky bastards. Yeah, for sure. But all right, y'all. We're getting out of here. See you soon. Peace.
So boy, I swear I'll crash out right now. You ain't like that. Stop it. Boy, I crash out. Man, stop. You just talking. Fucking, I'm crashing out. Okay. I'm a real nigga. Yo. I hate you. I hate you too.